Very good evening. Good to see you on a Sunday evening. You know, Sunday evening is not normally reserved for the stock market. It is for shopping, malls, relaxing. But you have all come here, thank you, to learn about the stock market. And most people come to the stock market thinking about profits. That is what in everybody's mind. And by the way, you're not here for the stock market, you're here for the money, right? It is the money that the stock market promises which attracts a lot of people to the stock market. But my workshop doesn't start with profits at all. The first reality of this market is a the first reality of this market. Nobody is talking about losses. You know, it is not fashionable to talk about losses because nobody wants to hear the word loss. Everybody wants to hear the word profits. But this is something you can't just put under the carpet because this is the first reality of the stock market. You must have driven a bicycle in the start when you were a kid. The first time you drove it, you didn't know how to drive the bicycle, and eventually all of us fell down. Why? Because we didn't have the skill to drive it. Then you worked hard on it. Gradually, within a few days, you could do it slowly. Then you could learn how to make the center of gravity in balance. And within a month, you and me were driving our cycles very nicely because we acquired the skill of driving the bicycle, the car, to swim, to become an engineer, a skill. Regarding stock market is not taught in our schools. It is not taught in the colleges. There are no reputed places where you can go and learn stock market. And we have no role models in stock market in India. In other places you have role models. In business you have Ratan Tata. In the film industry, you have a lot of role models there. In science, we have role models. But when you start looking for role models in trading in India, what names come in mind? Harshad Mehta, Ketan Parekh, scams, and scams. So no wonder most people equate the stock market either as a long-term investment or as a short-term gambling. That's how most of the people come to the stock market. And anything that you don't know, if you will try your hand into it, the result would be a loss. The second reality of this market is a small loss. The third reality of this market is a small profit. And the last reality of this market is a big profit. Once in a while, everybody has made some losses, everybody has made some profits. You bought a stock at 100 rupees, it went and became 130 rupees. You are very happy that my 100 rupees stock has become 130 rupees. And if somebody says to you, fine, in 2 days you got this 30%, how do you plan to get the next 30% in the next 2 days? That most of the people have no idea. Because they could not understand the mechanism, why it went from 100 rupees to 130 rupees. The other reality is, you bought something at 100 rupees, the stupid thing went down and became 70 rupees. And you have no idea why it went from 100 to 70. That's how a lot of people keep on holding their long-term portfolios. A Suzlon has gone down from 450 rupees down to 21 rupees. People don't know what to do with it now. So, when you come to the stock market, you are coming in an entirely different field. When you go to a bank and put your money there in a FD at 7%, 8%, whatever is, that is guaranteed. The bank gives you a piece of paper that no matter what happens, you will get your 8%. When you are putting your money into a money-back scheme of LIC, that is guaranteed. 6% a year is guaranteed. No matter what happens, you get your 6%. Because what is the mechanism? The mechanism is, it is a bond market. And in a bond market, the moment you buy, you are guaranteed of a profit. Because their mechanism is they will, give you a lower rate of interest and take from you a higher rate of interest. When you go for a housing loan or a personal loan, what will they charge you? 12%, 14%, 15%. And since they deal in trillions of rupees and dollars, so make enough money from it. That's the mechanism. But when you come to the stock market, the mechanism is entirely different. Entirely different. Let's say you want to buy Reliance. You think Reliance will go up. Somebody has given you a tip. Reliance from 1,000 rupees will become 1,500 rupees, and you want to buy Reliance tomorrow from your broker. The broker doesn't mind, because he will make money whether your price goes up or your price goes down. If a small condition is put in the broking industry that you get your brokerage only when the client makes profits, I can bet 95% of them will close down. Fair enough? Let's talk Tadwe Sach ki baat karte. No, let's not talk dreams. Dreams don't serve purpose. When you come into the stock market, my friend, you are coming with your real hard-earned money. किसी की सालों की मेहनत है, किसी की दी हुई है, so you come here with your real hard-earned money, and you need to know how to handle that. So when coming back to Reliance, you tell your broker, buy my Reliance at 1,000 rupees, and he buys your 500 Reliance for 1,000 rupees tomorrow. You're very happy, you're hoping now Reliance will go up. You will never buy it if you hope it is going down. That's the base logic. Now, how would the person who sold that Reliance to you? You couldn't have bought it from thin air. Somebody would have sold those 500 Reliance to you. Isn't his thought process exactly opposite to yours? Otherwise, he will never sell it to you. He firmly believes Reliance will not go up. He believes that Reliance will go down. And one thing I know for sure, both of you can't be right. One of you would be wrong for sure. And for one person to be right here, it is compulsory that other person has to be. That means the whole of stock market, commodities market, forex market, options market, it is based on a difference of opinion. That means even if God comes here, he can't be right all the time. And this is the biggest problem that happens in this market. Everybody is trying to be right all the time. This is the biggest problem. And in this market, anybody can promise you anything and get away with it. Because there are no guarantees in this market. You have a tip service provider who says, sir, my tips are 90% accurate. Don't do anything, just buy my tips, do what I say, and you will become rich. Ask him back. He said, if your tips are 90% accurate, why don't you sit at your own home, trade your own tips, and become rich? Some logical questions. Okay. Another one, the software thing now that is very popular these days. A lot of people come and ask me which is the best software. So, the guy will come to you with a nice laptop computer, very fancy demonstration. He said, sir, this software of mine, 50,000 rupees only, you have to do nothing. It is based on fundamental analysis, technical analysis, fractal analysis, and blah, blah, blah. And when a green sign comes, you buy. And when the red sign comes, you sell. You have to do nothing else. Green you buy, red you sell. And so many people are, their greed allows them to buy that. If only you can ask him back, hey guys, if it is so good this green and red, why don't you sit at your own home, trade your own greens and reds? I'm sure your dad will give you the money and become rich yourself. Another hard question. Next one. Some people say, come to my one-day workshop, half-day, 2-hour workshop. I have this secret method and this secret technique. This is a big one. You just have to take this secret method from me and practice it in the market, and from tomorrow itself, you will start minting your own money. Ask him back the same question. If it's so secret, why are you giving it to me? Why don't you sit at your home, get everything and become rich yourself? Then there are people who claim to handle your money. Give your money to me, I'll handle it, and I'll give you a share. I'm into this market for more than 10 years now. I'm a professional trader. This is what I do for a living. I have a trading room where I trade with my traders every day. And one thing I know is, those who know how to make money, they don't require your money. And those who are asking for your money, they definitely don't know how to. And think logically. When you put a money in an FD, you're given a guarantee on a piece of paper of your 8%. When you buy a stock, when you open a demat account, trading account, buy a mutual fund, give money for portfolio management, what is the first thing you are supposed to do? The first thing you are supposed to do is to fill a form and sign a disclaimer which says if a loss happens, only you are responsible for it. Those so-called specialists are not responsible for it. Right? Why give money to somebody when they take you from a piece of paper that I'm not responsible for your profits? This is the market I want to talk to you about today. My name is Yogeshwar Vashishtha. I'm a full-time professional trader. This is what I do for a living. I have thousands of traders who trade under me, but I have no tip service. I do not handle anybody's money. I never take anybody's money. I only trade my own money. I have no secret method by which all of you in 3 hours will become Rakesh Jhunjhunwalas. I have no secret method. I have no software to sell. Nothing at all. And I very clearly say, if you don't know what you are doing, the stark reality of this market is a loss. And you cannot even think of profits until and unless you understand the mechanism of the loss. यहाँ loss के mechanism को समझे बिना profit के पास नहीं जाया जाता है. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk to you today. And these are the 4 realities of the market: big loss, small profit, and a big profit. Most of you do jobs. Salaries ranging maybe from 50,000 rupees a month to 4 lakh rupees a month. How much time did you take to acquire the skill of making this money? You are paid for your skills, not for your degrees, by the way. You went to a school, you went to a college. You did a specialization, gave job interviews, worked hard, got your job, worked hard, got your promotions. That's how you're getting your lakh rupees a month now. You spent about 20 years of your life, and that too is not guaranteed. Do you really think in the stock market where about $6 trillion change hand internationally every day and more than 150,000 crore rupees change hand in the Indian stock market itself every day, it would be very easy just to go and make money there. The fact is, 80% of the people over a period of time only lose money in the stock market. To the 20%. Who are the 20%? People who take the trouble to understand it, learn it, practice it the way every profession has to be practiced. So let's understand this market a little today. Whatever I have learned in my 10 years of journey into this market, it's a risky place. So is fire. If you know how to handle the fire, you can cook your food with it. A housewife does that every day. But you won't allow your small kid to go near the gas stove because he doesn't know how to handle the fire. That's exactly the same case in the stock market. It's a brilliant place to come for people who know what to do here. For the other group, 80%, they are called the donors of the stock market. They donate to the... And most people think money can be made in the stock market only when the price is going up. Let me tell you, more money was made and will be made in the markets only when they are going down. But since most people don't know that, a husband trading in stocks for the whole day, 3:30 the market closes, husband comes home, Just by looking at the face of the husband, the wife can tell whether the market went up or the market went down. Seriously. Today, I can promise you one thing, I'll take you out of this. By the time this session is finished, you will have the confidence that money can be made into this market in both the ways. In the first half, I'll give you the concepts. I'll talk to the stock market the way I've understood. In the second half, I'll show you my trades. Nobody is showing that. I'll show you my trades and my ledgers with screenshots, and my students' trades to show you this is the reality. I'll show you my profits and I'll also show you my losses. अगर कोई भी ट्रेडर दुनिया में ये बोलता है कि मैंने कभी लॉस नहीं किया है, उससे बड़ा झूठा है दुनिया में. Because in this market, everybody takes losses. The only difference between a professional and a novice is a professional knows how to take his losses professionally, and a novice doesn't know how to take his losses, and in that process, in that hole, he ends up taking a lot of losses. And we will know how you will control your losses and increase your profits. You're all here for income. Income is the key, not for money, for income. What is income? Income is that money which is consistent in terms of amounts and in terms of frequency. For example, your salary is an income because you get every month, you know how much you will get. You can plan all your expenses based on that. But lottery, no matter if it promises crores, it is never an income because you don't know if you will get it or not. Your chances of getting it are so thin that you will, never get it at all for most of the people. So this is your exact choice in the stock market. You either take it as a lottery or as a source of income. You want to take it as a lottery, you don't need me, guys. Go to a mall, enjoy a movie. But if you want to create incomes here, be ready to spend a few months at least to learn it. It takes about 6 months before you can get, a hang of this market and start trading it professionally. It takes about 3 to 6 months to acquire any skill in the world, whether it is a driving or a swimming or a new subject you're learning. So about 3 to 6 months if you put in, you will be pretty good here. And the good news here is there is no competition because 95% of the people don't even know whether something should be studied here. They think you have to do nothing, buy some nice good blue chip companies, hold them over a long period of time because over a period of time everything goes up. It's a myth. Other group is keep on looking for some cheap deals in forex trading and options trading. And I've seen more people who have lost money in options than in the so, somewhere in between you have to make the balance if you want to create the income share. These are your 4 needs. Financial freedom, peace of mind, health and energy, and loving relationships. Today, we're going to talk about financial freedom. And one thing I know is, till the time you don't achieve financial freedom, it is very difficult to give time to achieve the other thing. So financial freedom is important. Money is the blood in the body. Invisible, but essential. You need to have. So what is financial freedom? When you have more money than you require. A person earning 50,000 rupees a month might be financially free, and a person earning 5 lakh rupees a month might not be financially free. This is something to be understood. And to understand financial freedom, you need to understand the 4 equations of money first. Let's talk about the 4 equations of money. Equation number 1 is income plus loan is equal to expense. If you are paying EMI for any EMI for a housing loan, a car loan, a personal loan, a credit card loan, a gold loan, or any other loan, you are in equation number. And if you are in equation number 1, you are making somebody else rich, not yourself rich. You are far away from financial freedom. Equation number 2 is income is equal to expense. Money comes, money goes. And here the Murphy's laws apply. As the income increases, you assume you have become more safe and you will create more expenses than the income. And it's very common for people who are in equation number 2 as their income increases, they end up back in equation number, because their loan taking capacity increases. Then the third equation, a little better, is income minus expense is equal to saving. You earn, you spend, and if something is left, then you save it. It's called accidental saving. And the equation of financial freedom is only this. Income minus saving is equal to expense. You earn, you first save, and then you spend. So in this equation, there are three components. Number one is income. That means if you want to achieve financial freedom, you have to increase your incomes. That is the first rule. Either you create a second source of income or increase your existing incomes. And that's where the intraday and swing trading in the stock market is critical for your success, because it shows you how to create that few thousand extra rupees per day. Mind you, that's how you work. If you're earning a lakh rupees a month somewhere, you're working for 4,000 rupees a day. So if you can make an extra 2,000 rupees a day, from some other force like stock market, you have already increased your income by 50%. So that's why that's the first need, short-term incomes. Second is savings. The moment I say the word savings, people saving for them means a fixed deposit, a LIC money back scheme, at the most a PPF scheme. That's how most of the people equate savings. There is a rule of 72. Rule of 72 says 72 divided by the rate of interest of your saving is the number of years in which your money will become double. If your money is growing at about 9% a year in a FD, it will take about 7 years for the money to become double. But if it is growing at about 25% a year in your stock portfolio, it will take, roughly just 3 years for your money to become double. Why is that important? Because the power of compounding kicks in. Very simple equation. If you put our money in FD growing at 9% a year for 20 years, you put 1 lakh rupees. Your 1 lakh rupees will become 8 lakh rupees. But if the same money is growing in an active stock portfolio, giving you about 25% a year average returns, it will take just 3 years for the money to become double. And your 1 lakh in the same 20 years will become about 1.2 crore rupees. These are mathematical facts. But where do most of the people end up putting their savings? Into the FDs and because most people are looking for safety and security. But your money will not grow until unless you acquire the skill to grow it fast. A very basic example here is, you are afraid of speed. You want to go from one place to another place. The person says, I am very scared, I'll take the bullock cart to go from here to Delhi. It will take a lot of time because that bullock cart will go real slow. His other choices, he can say, okay, I can maybe drive a car and go there. So then he should know how to drive the car. Otherwise he won't, or he should have the means to go there. And his third choice, let's say he has only the choice to go himself. He can say, I can fly a plane and I can be there in 2 hours. So all 3 choices are possible. The first one, he doesn't have to do anything. He just sets a bullock cart and he goes. But if he wants to go real fast, he will either have to take a 2-wheeler, 4-wheeler, or he'll have to catch the plane. When I'm coming to the stock market, this car is the stocks. And this plane is the derivative market, the futures and the options. You can't just take a plane and say, I feel like flying it. That the death is guaranteed. You take it up and it goes down. So when you come to the stock market, you're coming in a place where there is speed, where there is uncertainty, where there is risk. And when I talk of the word risk, most people think risk means loss. Risk doesn't mean loss. Risk means uncertainty. So what is trading and investing? Trading and investing is the process by which you acquire the necessary skill by which your uncertainties into the market would be converted into certainties. And it is possible to create those certainties by managing that risk properly. When you drive a car now at 80 km an hour, you don't feel the risk now. You're driving it on a highway, enjoying your music, and occasionally you can even talk on the mobile phone. But remember the first time you were driving that car? You know, the day one was pure terror. You were in that, your trainer was putting you on a driving seat, he was sitting next to you, and he said, drive slow, 10 km an hour, the first gear. You didn't know how to drive. Cars coming from the front, your first thought is, each one of them is coming to hit me. But trust me, the people outside were more afraid. Right? If on the back of your car was written, driver shikata hai. What do you do? When you're driving and you see this car, you move far away from it. Na? That is there. This is exactly what happens in the stock market. If you don't know what you're doing here, you don't have a skill. An absence of skill is always fear. When you don't have the skill, the uncertainty is the greatest. So you have to develop that necessary skill of converting the uncertainty into certainty. This is what the first thing is. So you have to make sure your money is growing at a higher rate. And you have to take those necessary risks. And to take those necessary skills, you need to have the necessary skills, number one. Then, expense. Ratan Tata still lives in this 2-bedroom hall kitchen, by the way. He can afford the 27 floors. He never felt the need for it. Warren Buffett, his lifestyle is exactly the same what it was, about 15 years ago. This is a mental pressure that when your income increases, the expense also has to increase. Why? The key is, let your expense increase, but at a rate that is lower than the increase of incomes. As long as the increase in your expense is a little lower than the increase in your incomes, that money will be channelized into savings. And if you put your savings on a fast track by using the right tools and the right asset classes, you will achieve financial freedom very fast. That's why understanding these 4 equations of money is the key. And this is the enemy, inflation, continuously eroding the purchasing power of your money. I have a small dog, his name is Loki. He drinks milk in the morning. So, morning I get up, I take that milk, we get for him that fat cream. And I was looking at the wrap, and it says rate for half a liter of milk, 25.5 rupees. 51 rupees a liter is the rate of the milk these days, good milk. I remember about 5 years ago, the same milk was available at about 22 rupees a liter. I remember those rates, I keep on writing them somewhere. And then I did my calculation. Milk is inflating at about 20% a year. That is inflation on milk. The liter has not become bigger, has it? Liter is the same, your purchasing power has reduced. Your toothbrush, we never think of these, is inflating at 18% a year. And what kind of figures do our politicians give us? 7%? It's a joke. It's a WhatsApp joke, basically. In any developing, if your savings are growing for less than 15% a year, you're not becoming rich, you're actually becoming poor. So this is the fact that is happening here. And that's why, you require more and more money to remain rich here. In 1960, if you are making 100 rupees a month, you are considered a rich man. Inflating at 15%, every 5 years your purchasing power will become half. 15 5 is 75, and you require double the amount of money. for the same purchasing powers. In 1960, 400 rupees a month, you were rich. In 1985, 3,200 rupees a month, you were rich. In 2005, 50,000 rupees a month, you were rich. And now in 2015-16, 2 lakh rupees a month is considered a little. And all this money has exactly the same purchasing power. And your problem is not 2000 or 1960 or 2015. Your real problem is 2040, which is yet to come. If you are 40 years of age now, earning about 50,000 rupees a month, and with this inflating economy, at the age of 45, you'll require 1 lakh rupees a month. You can hear me on the backside. You're a little more than expected. Now, at the age of 50, you'll require 2 lakh rupees a month. And I'm talking mathematics, a language that doesn't lie. At the age of 55, you'll require 4 lakh rupees a month. At the age of 60, you will require 8 lakh rupees a month. These are facts. And after 60, you will retire and you won't have a pension. That support system is gone. Those support systems khatam ho gaye, ek pension or ek joint family. These two support systems are not available anymore. And since you won't have any pension, you should have a wonderful portfolio when you retire at 60. This is your need number one. Your need number one is not intraday trading and options trading. वो बाद में आएगा. आपके सबसे पहली नीड है कि जब आप 60 साल की उम्र में रिटायर हो तो आपके पास कम से कम 1 करोड़ रुपया होना चाहिए. आपकी अभी कुछ भी सैलरी. That is your base need. Because after 60, you won't have the risk-taking capacity to keep your money in stocks. Because then you will really require certainty. And if you have 1 crore rupees and you put in an FD at 8%, it will at least give you 8 lakh rupees a year, by which at least your old age will be a little okay. You don't have to ask your kids to support you. And for the whole life you have given them. Why take from them after 60? पूरी जिंदगी हाथ आशीर्वाद की मुद्रा में रख, तो 60 के बाद ऐसे क्यों हो रहे? And that is something you have to start planning now. And most people think building a stock portfolio means you just buy nice, good blue chip companies, hold them over a long period of time, because over a period of time, everything goes. That is not the case. I'll be talking to you about how you will build those portfolios. And those portfolios building, you have to do yourself. Mutual fund वालों को देने के नहीं चलेगा. किसी fund manager को देने से नहीं चलेगा. You can do it yourself, and you can do a brilliant job. Each one of you sitting here, if you know how to do it here. And if after 60, you can have a skill by which you can make those few thousand rupees per day, sitting from home, working a few hours every day, how does it happen? That is where derivative trading is brilliant. But most people don't know anything about derivative trading at all. And even if somebody goes, he goes there untrained and suffers losses and says to others, it is a bad place. That is how most of the people, let me see the mix. How many of you sitting here have ever traded an option of Bank Nifty? Please raise your hands. 2, 3. 3 people in the whole place. This is the level of participation that I am seeing. Maybe you have 60 people sitting here, and only 3 people have ever traded an option. That too, I am not sure profitably or not. So, this is a market which is absolutely fresh for most of the people. And you have an advantage because at least you know that you don't know. It's always good to start when you know that you don't know. This is the market. I've just taken a screenshot from the National Stock Exchange site, January 8th, this Friday. Most people think stock market is only stocks. Nothing is far from truth. Equities, also called shares, also called stocks. On Friday morning to evening, about 2 2,000 equities were traded on the National Stock Exchange and 7,000 stocks were traded on the Bombay Stock Exchange. This is the number of stocks available. And the turnover in 2,000 stocks on NSE was 15,936 crores, averaging about 8 crore per stock. That was the turnover. Now if I come to the index futures, how many of them are liquid? Only two. Nifty and Bank Nifty, that's where the maximum liquidity is. The turnover in only two of them was 12,196 crores, averaging 6,000 crore per index compared to 8 crore per. Then if I go down in stock futures, about 170 of them are listed on the National Stock Exchange. The turnover in 170 stock futures was 23,676 crores, almost 70% more than the turnover in 2,000 stocks. In the Indian commodity market, the turnover, is about 40,000 crore rupees per day. Options market turnover is about 35 to 40,000 crore rupees per day. We have a forex market in which the turnover in the USD INR, Euro INR pair was 7,900 crore on Friday. Mota summary agar lagata hu, out of the 150,000 crore rupees that changes hand in the Indian stock market every day, only about 15 crores, 1,000 crore, which is 10% of the money is flowing in the stocks. Only 10%. So it is no more the stocks controlling the derivatives, it is actually the other way around. It is the derivative market controlling the stock market. And as I saw the mix here, none of you has ever traded a derivative. That means you will never be able to understand the stock, because today to understand the stock, you have to understand the derivative. But before I entered my engineering in IIT, I didn't know how to be an engineer. So there's a starting point for everything. And the day you decide to take that control in your own hand is the day you start there. You put your efforts and the money can be yours. And why is this market so lucrative? Let's say, why is this market so lucrative? Let me show you with an example. Let's see here. This is the market on Friday. The Nifty, the index of the National Stock Exchange, and Sensex, the index of the Bombay Stock Exchange. Nifty is the weighted average of the top 50 stocks of India belonging to various sectors. And if it goes up, it means overall the market has gone up. If it goes down, overall the market has gone down here. And market was up, but Sifla was down by 2.3%. Sifla was down. If you were trading a stock, you would have lost money in Sifla. So that's how stocks are designed. Stock ki property kya hai? You can only make money in them when the price is going up, and you will lose money in them when the price is going down. That's why in a stock, you can only be profitable in a uptrend. But when you come to the derivative market, that is not the case. In the derivative market, you can choose the direction to trade with a choice that is not available in stocks. Let's say I'm trading an option. There I have a choice either to buy a call or to buy a put. If I feel the price would be bullish, I can buy a call. And if I feel the price would be bearish, I can buy a put. And if I buy a put, then I make money when the price is going down. If I buy a call, I make money when the price is going up. This is not the only advantage, there is another advantage. When you buy a stock, you have to pay full money. To buy a 5 lakh rupees worth of stock, you have to pay 5 lakh rupees. But if you are into the stock futures market, you only pay about 20% of the money. So instead of paying 5 lakh, you only pay 1 lakh. And you get the full advantage of all the stocks. If you go into the index future market, you only pay 10%. That means you pay only 50,000 rupees and you can control it. If you come to the commodity futures market, you pay only 5% of the money. And if you come to options, you pay only 2% of them. And it will be yours and you can make money there. What would be the result? Because there is a leverage here. Let's see, these are the actual results from the NSE site. When CIFLA went down 2.37%, the 660 strike price put option of CIFLA went up 69% in a single day. I'm not talking year, I'm not talking months, I'm talking a single day. It is very common for an option to become double in a single day. And here I'm talking of the price going down. BPCL went up 2.18%. You would have been very happy. Oh, my stock made me 2% in the day. But if you are into the call option of BPCL on Friday, instead of making 2%, you would have taken home 44% in a single day. This is a market mostly not known to the common man. Are you allowed? Each one of you is allowed. Only thing is you have never tried it yet. You need to acquire the necessary skill and the money can be yours. But then it will not happen by being dependent on others. Nobody else is going to make you rich. This is one thing I know. You will have to take the control in your own hands and do the necessary efforts. मैंने जिंदगी में पैसा कमाने का शॉर्टकट नहीं ढूंढा है, ना मैं ढूंढने को बोलता हूं। जो भी पैसा कमाने का शॉर्टकट ढूंढता है, उसका बैंक अकाउंट में शॉर्टकट हो जाता है। There is no shortcut. But the good news here is hardly any competition, hardly anybody learns. If you just take the efforts, you can make so much money here that your next generation will not have to do a job. But then you have to learn how to take the losses. सबसे पहली चीज जो सीखनी पड़ती है स्टॉक मार्केट कि मैं लॉस कैसे लूंगा. And we are not trained to take pains. पेन के लिए ट्रेनिंग नहीं मिलती. You have to handle it yourself. That's very important. So this is the kind of money that is there into the market, but you'll have to be patient and learn how to do it here. So it's a skill of making money. That's very important to understand. Let me introduce myself in brief before I go further. My name is Yogeshwar Vashishtha. I'm a geotechnical engineer by profession. I've done my M-Tech from IIT, my international certification in management from South America, Peru, and my advanced courses in trading and investing from Pristine Academy of USA and Online Trading Academy of USA. Not from a trading background. My father is a scientist in the Institute of Petroleum, now retired. And when I got selected for my IIT, I was going to the hostel. He called me, he said, son, father's advice. Try and stay away from a few things in life. Smoking, drinking, stock markets, all in the same line. So, smoking, drinking, I could understand. I still don't smoke or drink, but stock market, I had no idea what it was. So I asked him, what is stock market? And he said, if you don't know, very good. Better not to know at all. Some of my friends have put some money there and they have lost all of it. I think it's some kind of a gamble. So, till the age of 38, I had nothing to do with the stock market. I didn't even knew that it existed. So after doing my M-Tech from IIT, I was a scientist in CBRI for a few years. Then my father wanted me to be an NRI. So he said none of the son from the family has ever been an NRI. So I got a chance and I went out and I became an NRI. I used to work for this multinational company called Skanska, the biggest construction company in the world. And I specialize in hydropower projects. And I've made hydropower projects in many countries, in Sri Lanka, in Sweden, in Norway. And my last project was in Peru in South America. Life was good, my family was with me. It was a traveling job. Every 3 years I used to move from one country to another country. We had 2 boys, they started growing up. And then we realized that education would always be a problem. So I was in 2 minds whether to settle my family back in India or to leave the job and come back. But the kind of job I had, it was very lucrative in jungles. It was non-paying in a city. Hydropower projects are always in jungles. So I started thinking of having a second source of income, but I knew nothing. Normally, हमको पता ही नहीं होता दूसरा कौन सा है. So I started looking around, tried a few businesses, that I could do, but the moment I saw that sales, marketing, blah, I said, mere was done. So I left it and life went on. As destiny will have it, I was in Sri Lanka working on the Koklaganga hydropower project, and in a party in Colombo, I met a Swedish trader, his name was Jeffrey. A chance meeting, we became good friends. He asked me, Yogeshwar, what do you do? I said, I'm the geotechnical engineer in this hydropower project. And I asked him out of good manners, Jeffrey, what do you do? He said, I'm a professional trader in stocks and commodities markets. I have not told you're a gambler. That was my understanding of the markets. And I'm not a gambler, I'm a professional trader. He was angry. So I thought, must be. He's a gambler, he doesn't want to tell me about it. So, we became friends. And he said, you really think stock market is gambling? I said, yes. He said, who told you? My father told me. He said, your father ever did anything? I said, no. And then I stuck. How do I know? And then he said, how much do you really know about the stock market? I said, Jeffrey, I know nothing. Zero, very frankly. And that's how it started. We became very good friends. Now, one day he said, all the Indians here have this kind of conception. I said, most of them, I think. So he said, at least I can try one whom I can change. He said, I'm trading crude oil these days in my hotel. He was on vacation there. He said, why don't you drop by, but you have to take a 3-day leave. Come there and you can watch me trading crude oil in my hotel. So I took a leave, 3 days I was in a hotel room. At that time I was very proud of my salary. Pure khandan mein sabse zyada thi. 3 lakh rupees a month, US dollars, tax free. I'm talking the year 2002. And I was very, very proud of my salary at that time. I sat with him in 3 days. 3 days in the hotel room, trading technical charts, watching candlesticks, working on his risk management, taking profits and losses. He made more money sitting in front of a computer than I was making in my hydropower project in a whole month. And I was fascinated. Because he didn't require anybody else to make that money. That was the best part. Because to make your money, you require somebody. In your office, you will require a job, you will require a boss, you will require a setup, you will require a work profile. In your business, you will require customers, you will require sales, marketing, suppliers, dealers. But in the stock market, very frankly, you require nobody. It's a pure trading market where there are millions of buyers and millions of sellers. And if you understand how is the demand and supply coming, you will know when to buy and when to sell. Cheap markets. And I was hooked. I was fascinated. I learned from him whatever I could while he was there on vacation. Then he said, Yogeshwar, whenever you get a chance, you learn from Pristine Academy of USA. They are the best. And that somehow stuck. And from there I was transferred to South America. I was in Peru working on the Yungan hydropower project. And there I had the chance to learn from the best trading school in the world, which is Pristine Academy of USA. This one. And those 2 years that I trained under them were magical. Because I would understand the market the correct way. The first thing I was told is, don't be stupid enough to try to be right here all the time. Because nobody can be right here all the time. Don't try to be more intelligent than others, because your individual intelligence is of no use in the market. This market works on collective intelligence. And you have to understand what the collective intelligence is saying. And this market works in 2 languages. Every profession has a language. This market has 2 languages. First is the language of fear and greed. That language is called technical analysis. It is a pictorial language, where you understand your candlestick charts and line charts and your bar charts and your oscillators and your indicators and multiple other things. And then there is, he said, one more language, which is the real language, which is the language of the balance sheets, the language of the numbers. And these 2 languages have a relation with each other. First, you'll have to master both the languages, and then you have to find the relation between them, and the relation between them is not fixed, it changes every day. And if you can find this balance, you can trade anything in the world. Anything in the world can be traded because the base principles remain the same. We normally buy when we are greedy, and we normally sell when we are. And they taught me that this market has got unlimited opportunities, and I have limited money. So I can't put my limited money on unlimited opportunities. So I have to find those high probability opportunities in which the higher chance is there. And then another one that I will never forget, they said the market's loss giving capacity is unlimited, and your loss taking capacity is limited. So before you enter the trade or investment, whether you plan your profits or is secondary, the first thing you have to plan is your loss. That in a worst case scenario, how much loss are you willing to take? If you ever break that rule, you are shown a red card and you are out. If you bought Suzlon at 400 and it is now at 21, isn't the red card shown already? Because you have allowed a small loss to become a big loss. And he said this market, is a continuous process. You have to understand yourself and you have to understand the market. And another thing which was they were very, plus on, they said, never use your savings to build your stock portfolios. Never break your FDs to build your stock portfolio. Never cut your salaries to build your stock. Always use the short-term trading to build your long-term portfolios. The purpose of the derivative market is to fund your long-term. That's why you have to master both the markets, derivatives and the stocks. And you have to master the stocks first, and then you master the derivative, because the price of the derivative is dependent on the price of the stock. Do you know when was the first option traded? It was 300 BC. Yes, 300 in Greece. Olive oil ka contract hota tha. Then there was a tulip mania in 1600. That's when an option was traded. The first scam in India, most people think was a Harshad Mehta scam. No, the first scam in India was on Bombay Stock Exchange in the year 1865. It is called the cotton scam. Almost 30% of Bombay became bankrupt. But it was a patriotic act, since most of the people who became bankrupt were British officers. So go and check. It is fascinating, the stock market. Once you know what to see here, what to look here. So I started learning from them, started building portfolio. Very soon I was averaging about 10% a month on my capital in the derivative market. My portfolio started growing at about 20-25% a year, sometimes more. I was very fascinated. Then in 2006 I came back to India with my family for a vacation, and I was toying with the idea of taking it as a full-time profession. I started in 2000 to 2003, now it was 2006, 4 years had passed. So I went to my father, I said, let's discuss with him. I went to him and I told him, Papa, I want to leave my NRI job and I want to become a full-time trader in the Indian stock market. Luckily, I was sitting about 5 feet away from him. I was very lucky. He was so angry. He was so angry, guys. And it took me 2 days to convince him. And that too on a condition. He said, 3 years, you have enough savings on the backside. Rule number 1, you can't touch your savings. Anytime you touch your saving, out of India, go back to your job. And second, if it doesn't work out, promise you will go back. I'm more happy seeing you out of India than back here. I said, I promise. And in 2007 February, I came back to India with my family and I became a full-time professional trader. I am from Thane itself. I stay in Hiranandani Meadows here. I have 2 offices in Emerald Plaza. I have a trading room where people sit from morning to evening and trade for a living. I have an online trading room where I trade for 2.5 hours every day with my traders. Real money, live money. In Pathfinders, no paper trading, no demo trading. Real money and real trades is what we are known for. In second half, I'll show you my trades that I take in the trading room with my students. So, somewhere here I came. It was a easy market. Everything was going up. Simple technical analysis techniques would have made money for you. Then came 2008. Somewhere here, came the Reliance Power IPO. Those who remember. After that, there was no power left in the market. The market crashed by about 60%. A lot of people lost a lot of money in this market. This was my best year. I made 3 times more money in 2008 than I made in 2007, buying my puts and shorting my futures. Let's see this again with an example now. If I go to the market now, just now, let's look at the last 5-6 days. Why go in 2007? Why not see right now? This is the Indian market. Last 4 days, the Nifty, the index has come down from 7960 to about 7601. It's down by about 360 points. 10% is about 796, so about 5% it is down. So most people will assume you would have lost money here. Let's see the reality. If you would have bought a put option of, let's say, 7,900 of Nifty, this would have been the result. Instead of losing money, your 90 rupees would have become now 311 rupees. It would have gone up by 200%. This is always there. Derivative market was invented in 1905. This technical analysis that I am talking about today, it was invented way back in 1910 and 1950s. It is only because we had computers that became functional in the year 1990 and above. That's how it took time for it to become more popular. Let's take a stock. A popular stock, let's say like Maruti fell down, let's see Maruti. If you take a stock like Maruti, this is Maruti gone. Maruti has gone down. See the same last 4-5 days. Maruti has gone down from 4662 to 4214, down about 7%. If you were in stock, you would have lost about 7% on Maruti. But if you knew how to trade a put option, let's change to about, let's say, Maruti 4,600 put. Instead of losing, you would have bought your put option at about 70 rupees, and your 70 rupees would have become 369 rupees. 7 6 or 42. It would have grown by 500% in how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. This is always there. This market was introduced in India in the year 1995. You can trade options from 1996. 2001, the derivative market was started. Badala system was abolished. But how many people sitting here have actually ever traded? 3. And all of you don't know each other. This is one thing I know for sure. So still, in the year 2016, hardly anybody knows about these markets. But this is the market I was trained into. So I made a lot of money here. For example, most people don't like Satyam because there was a big crash. I love Raju. I made so much money in it. And I didn't know it was going to crash. A few days before the crash, on a technical chart of Satyam, there was a divergence. Please understand, before things happen, they're always shown on the technical chart if you know how to read it. Technical chart is like that, treasure map. If you know how to read it, the treasure is yours. If you don't know how to read it, then it's just a map. So about 4 or 5 days ago, I saw some divergence. There was a put option available for 4 rupees. My target was 8 rupees. I didn't know there would be a scam, a simple short trade I wanted to take. And I took it and let it flow. On the day of the crash, I was outside, my executive gave me a call, he said, "Sir, Satyam has crashed." And if you have got a put option and you hear the word crash, you do a bhangra, because your money would have grown so much. So I asked him, "What is the value of my put option now?" He said, "Sir, your 4 rupee put has become 104 rupees. By the end of the day, I could sell it at 110 rupees. So dukh ye reh gaya ki kam kharida tha." See, this is what happens. ये मार्केट में प्रॉफिट आपके हाथ में कभी है ही नहीं, तो ये ईगो में तो कभी बैठना ही मत कि मैंने कुछ किया। आपने टाटा मोटर 300 पे खरीदा, टाटा मोटर 400 पे चला गया, आदमी ऐसे यूं, देखो मेरा टाटा मोटर, तुमने उनका नैनो बेचा क्या? Market, always remember this, another thing I was taught. You take the losses, market gives you the profits, provided you plan for this. आपके हाथ में सिर्फ loss. And that's what you have to start with and play with. So nice money came here, then I could make money here. So I had seen 3 markets, bull, bear and bull. And I didn't have to touch my savings, that was a good part. And in 2009, somewhere here, time for the moment of truth, I took all my ledgers, went to my father. He is a serious man. He was a scientist in IIP, Indian Institute of Petroleum, now retired. This Lifebuoy soap of Hindustan Lever, my father is the inventor of the soap. The CNG that you have in the vehicles, he was head research in Indian Institute of Petroleum. And Commissioner, no entry now, half time, no entry. Please ask them to leave. So, and he looked at my ledgers very carefully. He's good with numbers. Then he took his head up like this and said, "Mere ko bhi sikha de." So I knew I was right. So from that time on, I became a full-time professional trader. Gave all my engineering stuff to my juniors and my colleagues. And then my mentor Jeffrey said, "Yogeshwar, now you are into this for about 6-7 years now. Now you need to put a lot of pressure on yourself to grow to the next level, and I suggest you start trading live in front of others. That's the best way for you to grow from here onwards. Otherwise, your ego will kill you." So I started mentoring people. In Thane around, I started mentoring people from 2009 onwards by live trading in front. That's the only way I know how to teach. I don't believe in theory. You can go on Google and write, "I want to learn stock market." You will have a few crore websites that will drop by. Then you go to YouTube video, there are tons of people there telling you about stock market. But it is the application that really matters. We have the information, then we have the knowledge, then we have the relevant knowledge, then we have the applied knowledge, then we have the practice, then we have the skills, then we have the money. This is the root of this market. So I started teaching live in front of others from 2009 onwards. And in a year I taught about 2,000 people. In introductories like this, in the last 10 years I've taught about 50,000 people plus. And in the main workshops, a few thousand people have been trained. And I firmly believe that if I cannot demonstrate it in front of you, I have no right to teach. That's the only way it can be worked out. So within 1 year, since nobody is doing that around, so people started coming. Then an international company, Online Trading Academy, they came to India. Somebody recommended my name, and they approached me to work with them for about 2 years as a consultant. And I found that as a wonderful opportunity to work with international level traders. I said yes. And from October 2010 till about August 2012, I was part of this international group of traders, some of the best traders I've known. Fantastic, very good traders. I was part of this group. my trading went to the next level. मुझे लगा था मैं किधर थोड़ा अटका हुआ हूँ, but after coming in contact with these traders, those levels were, passed, and I went to my next journey. I used to travel all over India to major cities, take introductories like this, and in this 2-year period, I trained about 20,000 people all over India. And one thing I realized was, the more educated the person was, the bigger were his losses. These were facts. Because people think that education was the guarantee of the success in the stock market, which is not. Yours and mine traditional education is of no, my M-Tech-IIT was of no use in the stock market. So, and these international mentorings are good, but they're very expensive, costing lakhs of rupees. So I started toying with the idea of creating a mentoring model of my own, more Indianized, more approachable, more affordable. And I started working on that. And I created a vision. I said, in my life, if I can touch about 10 lakh people, I would have done something positive in my life. And about 50-60,000 people I have touched so far in the last 8-10 years. I'm about 49 years of age, and I plan to work at least till my body will allow you. So that's my vision, if I can touch about 10 lakh people. Hardly anybody knows about stock markets in India. 1% of our population participates in our stock market in any form. These are facts. 42% of our stocks are owned by FIIs, foreign institutional investors. About 50% of the stocks are owned by mutual funds, insurance companies, corporates, and other Indian entities. The 150 crore of our population owns less than 5%. So in terms of ownership by FIIs, we are still financial slaves. उन्होंने थोड़ा सा बेचा और हमारा market. This is how it goes. And the only way is if more and more people can come into it. If you would like to learn it, make sure you teach to 5 people, please. Because the only way it will grow, and tell them nobody can make money for you here. Only you are responsible for your financial freedom, nobody else. You have to take the control in your own hands. So this was a wonderful learning curve for me. But in August 2012, after about 2 years, I said thank you to this group, learned a lot from them, and I started working on a mentoring model of my own. And in December 2012, I relaunched my company, which existed in 2007, pathfinderstrainings.com. It's my company, I'm the owner of this company. And I had my first group of students, 35 of them, and I started my 6 months of training and lifetime of mentoring with live trainings. And since then, more than 50 groups like this have passed out from Pathfinders. We have a vibrant trading room, an online trading room, where every day I trade with my traders. We build portfolios together, and we work every day towards achieving financial freedom. I've achieved financial freedom through the stock markets, and I would like as many as possible could achieve finance. We are exactly where the Europe was in 1960. That's where India is standing now. And we are more brilliant than what we think. We are brilliant. Indians are a brilliant race. We just have not tapped ourselves. If we tap ourselves, you can become financial free through stock markets, and you can do whatever else you want to do in your life. You know, not only earn money here, you also earn here a lot of time for yourself. So this was the first group that passed out. Okay. And then since then a lot of groups have passed out. Now let's go back to this one before I take a small tea break. This is the equation. Income minus saving is equal to expense. Let's talk about portfolio building first. If your money is growing at 9% a year in FD, job 9% bacha nahi, 8 or 7 ho gaya, and the economy will grow, your FD rates will go down till 3-4% a year. These are the FD rate in developed economies. As we grow as a country, FD rate always come down. If it is growing at 25% per year, your 1 lakh will become 1.2 crores. But this will not happen on it. ये अपने आप हो जाएगा. इसके लिए कुछ नहीं करना. बैंक में डाल दो 1 लाख का 8 लाख हो जाएगा. पर ये अपने आप नहीं होने वाला है. For that you will have to take active efforts. And if active efforts are taken, portfolios can easily grow from 25 to 50% a year. This is the first myth that we need to break. Most people, when I talk about portfolios to them, they have this notion to build a portfolio, I have to do nothing. I have to buy nice, good blue chip companies, hold them for a long period of time, because over a period of time, everything goes. This is the thought process for most of the people. Let's see if that is true. This is our index, the Nifty. Since 2003, it is continuously going up, except this 2008, it is continuously up in a structured bull run. So logically, all large caps, all blue chips should be up. एक भी नीचे नहीं होना चाहिए, सब ऊपर ही होने चाहिए. Let's see if that is true. Suzlon, a blue chip from Gujarat, wind energy giant, has come down from 450 rupees to 21 rupees. But at the same time, Thermax, the engineering giant from Pune, under the guidance of Anu Agat, has gone from 100 rupees to 800 rupees. The bluest of the blue, Reliance, has come down from 1600 rupees to 1000 rupees. Yes Bank has gone from 100 rupees to 700 rupees, but Arcom has come down from 800 rupees to 90. So obviously, everything doesn't go up. Some go up, some go down. So how do you know? अभी तो बताना बड़ा आसान है, 10 साल के बाद कि ऊपर गया है नीचे गया. 10 साल पहले कैसे पता लगे कौन सा ऊपर जाएगा, कौन सा नीचे जाएगा? Please understand, स्टॉक मार्केट में आपका पैसा पास्ट में नहीं बनता है, फ्यूचर में बनता है. फ्यूचर जो अभी आया नहीं है, तो आपको फ्यूचर रीड करना आना चाहिए. This is the first requirement of the stock market. You need to know with reasonable accuracy what is likely to happen here, and it can be learned. That's the good news. Let me ask a very simple question here. Let's say, if I give you a choice for your portfolio, either to buy a Tata Steel or to buy a, let's say, Chaman Lal Shettiya, which one would you buy for your stock portfolio, guys? Tata Steel, no doubt at all. किसी को शक ही नहीं है, Tata Steel ही खरीदूंगा. How many of you who said yes have looked at the balance sheet of Tata Steel in the last 3 months? No, none of you. How many of you know what is the current business models, who are their customers, and what is the operating profit of the quarterly results of Tata Steel? No. How many of you know who is the CFO of it? What are the competitors, and how is Tata Steel placed in relation to the competitors? Answer is no. So, when I ask you a question, what was your reaction? Rational or emotional? Emotional reaction. Most of the people buy their stocks emotional. They buy names that are recognizable. इसलिए टाटा, मारुति, रिलायंस, बाटा लेते हुए किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, क्योंकि they are known names. The assumption is, if it is known to me, it would be a good company, which is not the case. Let's see the reality. Let me open the Tata Steel first. Let's take first Tata Steel, your company of preferred choice. If you are in Tata Steel, your 560 rupees would have become 253 rupees. You would have lost almost 60% of your hard-earned money by knowing buying the known name. But if you would have bought a Chaman Lal Shettiya, is there in our portfolio? We identified about 1.5 years ago. This is Chaman Lal Shettiya. Chaman Lal Shettiya has already grown from 10 rupees to 78 rupees. It has grown 780% in 1.5 years. पर ये खुद ढूंढना पड़ेगा. ये कोई आपको बताएगा नहीं. इसकी कोई टिप्पणी देने वाला है आपको, and you have to find it yourself. If you have to make your portfolio, you don't need Tata Steel in your portfolio, you need a Chamanlal share. There are 7,000 stocks on the Indian stock market. We are a growing economy. आपके पोर्टफोलियो में एक भी लार्ज कैप और ब्लू चिप होना ही नहीं चाहिए. पहला लॉजिक है. Those companies have already grown. Why do you need them now? Why do you need Infosys now? You need a company today which in future will become Infosys 10 years down the line. You need a company growing at a higher pace than the market. And those companies exist only in the small cap and the mid cap segment. And there nobody is giving any tips. So you'll have to find it yours. And the danger there is, the failure rate there is 80 to 90%. Out of the 10 companies that exist there, only one will grow and become a large cap or a blue chip. 9 won't. That means you need to have the skill to find that one company out of 10 which will be there suitable for your portfolio. And there are always companies like this. A few years ago, I was looking at this Flipkart, mania spreading, online trading mania, and I was rebuilding my portfolio. And I started thinking of the service companies that will benefit from it. And I saw that even if the product is online, the delivery has to be physical. You can't download a washing machine, right? So, courier companies will benefit from this move. So I started looking at courier companies and I found Blue Dart very well placed. And I bought Blue Dart for my portfolio. Let me show you what happened to Blue Dart. Blue Dart has gone from 1,500 rupees to about 6,636 rupees now. But most people don't buy a 2,000 rupees company because they believe 10 rupees cheaper than 2,000 rupees. If I tell people right now here, hey guys, you have a choice either to buy, let's say, a Unitech, which is available only for 6 rupees 75 paisa, or let me take off the others, or you can buy a MRF tire, which is available for 38,661 rupees. Which one do you think most of the people will think about buying? Unitech? But the fact is, even today at these levels, MRF is a cheaper stock than Unitech. But most people don't know this. क्योंकि हमको क्या सिखाया गया है 6 रुपया सस्ता होता है 25,000 महंगा होता है. Stock market, it doesn't work that way. In stock market, the price of one stock has nothing to do with the price of another stock. And that's the first thing you have to learn when you come to the stock market. What is the fair price of this company? Market price and fair price have nothing to do with each other. In short term, the price of a stock is determined by fear, greed and market conditions. In the long term, it is only determined by the performance that it gives. And you need to know how to measure the performance qualitatively and quantitatively. If you do that, you can find the fair value of that stock. Aisha Motors we purchased a few years ago in a portfolio, and those kind of stocks. What was the boom? They have caught the young. Harley Davidson was the craze. Youngs are no more satisfied with 125 cc's. Abhi the 125 cc ki Activa bhi aati. Right. They wanted something more powerful. They couldn't afford a 15 lakh rupees Harley Davidson. Aisha Motor understood the need. They revamped their Enfield 350. Looking like a Harley Davidson, started selling like hotcakes, and see what happened to their Aisha Motors. आपको पोर्टफोलियो बनाने हैं, आपको कंपनीज की स्टोरीज सीखनी पड़ेगी, समझनी पड़ेगी, उसके बेस में जाना पड़ेगा. And then that's how you build the portfolios. But portfolio building is not buy and hold, it is active portfolio building that I am talking about. Let me show you one of my students' portfolio. And this guy is not a crorepati. He is, let's take this one, first one. This guy earns about 30,000 rupees a month, works in a company, has daughters to marry, and he does active portfolio management on his own. No money is given to a mutual fund or anything. On his own, learning, training himself. Has been my student for about 3-4 years now. He put in about 3,86,000 rupees, which has grown and become 10,85,000 rupees. About 7 lakh rupees, and these are ledgers I am showing, not charts. Growing at a very healthy 70-80% a year. It is not how much money you put in, it is at what rate it is growing that is important. And you need to have, whenever you are going into the arena of trading, there are 4 styles of trading. Intraday trading, swing trading, positional trading, and long-term trading. But the base principle of all the 4 remains the same. Each one will have an entry, exit, and a stop loss. The only difference is, in intraday trading, you are taking 3-4 trades in a few hours. In swing trading, you are taking 3-4 trades in a few days. In positional trading, you are taking 3-4 trades in a few months. And in portfolio building, you are taking those 3-4 trades in a year or so. But the base principle remains exactly the same. And that's why when I go here, there is a company going up, there is a company going down, because they are performance driven. You need to know, how to measure that performance. And stocks will go up and stocks will go down. The problem is, most people end up buying their stocks, which is the retail. I take a stock like, let's say, RS Software. Let's say this is a weekly chart of a stock. Went from 70 rupees to 400 rupees in just a few days, few months, and then came down from 400 rupees back to about 130 rupees. अभी तो देखना बड़ा आसान है. Went up from here, came down from here. But when do you have to take your decision? You will have to take your decision somewhere here. How do you know when it is 94 that will go up till 400? And how do you know at 400 that will turn back and go down till 137? This is the challenge. And that's exactly what you have to learn. That's why the first thing you have to learn is not technical, it is fundamental. It is to find what is the fair value of this stock. A stock will always go and reach towards its fair value. If the fair value is below the market price, the pressure would always be a selling pressure. And if the fair value is above the market price, the pressure would always be a buying pressure. Just Dial, let's take an example. Amitabh Bachchan endorses it. Just Dial was launched just a few years ago on the IPO front at about 600 rupees. Then it went up. Let's look at Just Dial. It is available in the derivatives segment. This is Just Dial here. When Just Dial was somewhere here, in our trading room we were doing a fundamental analysis of this, and we found that the growth story is not playing out anymore. The business model was not being able to compete with the competitors, and it was losing out to new technologies. It has not upgraded. Nobody was picking up phones and calling anybody now. When we are in an age where you can Google it and you can go to a Zomato or you can go to a Travago. So their revenue started faltering down. And the market had given it a valuation that it will grow at about 105% a year. That was the expectation from the market. And the quarter started giving just about 25% per quarter. That was the growth that started happening into it. We quickly checked, did a valuation of this, and we found the fair value of Just Dial to be about 550 rupees. At that time it was at 1800 rupees. So your natural direction is short, not long. So that's where it will move towards. And now then it slowly started moving. Luckily it is there in the F&O segment where you can short it, buy puts, and from there it started moving down. It's already gone down from 1862 to 835. Lot size of 125 at that time. This was a profit of about 1,25,000 on a capital of about 70,000 rupees, trading duration 1.5 years. Not in this direction, but in this direction. But then on the other front, you've just identified a marble company, somewhere around 110 rupees, whose fair valuation is about 28,000 rupees. So imagine the kind of returns that we are expecting from it. But that story will take a few years to play. So what you have to do as a trader is you have to time it properly. Even the best of the stocks in a bear market will come down, and even in the worst of the stocks in a bull market will go up. So you first have to identify it, find it fair values, then you will have to time it properly. Your entries and your exits. And there is a base principle that works in all kind of trades. Let's look at that base principle now. So let's take a stock, let's say Tata Motors. Take a Tata, it's a known company. This is Tata Motors, guys, here. And yeah, this was the example I was taking last time also. So let's take this one. Somebody asked me, I like it. This is a good example. Let's say somewhere here, if I go somewhere on these levels, roughly, yeah. This is Tata Motors now, going up since 2013 in a structured up move. And when the price is going up, most people want to buy it because the dominant emotion is greed and the price is retail. You always buy retail price, by the way. क्योंकि आपकी जिंदगी में खरीदी हुई हर चीज रिटेल प्राइस पे. Your shirt is a retail price, your mobile phone is a retail price, your house is a retail price, your car is a retail price. So retail price you are very comfortable buying. Wholesale price, most people have no idea what is the wholesale price of this commodity until unless you are a businessman. So here the price was moving up, and this move, let's say, started from somewhere here. Let me mark this level. So if I get the price back here, that would be a wholesale price. Right now it is a retail price. What is the base rule of any business? Just keep it very simple. A businessman buys wholesale and sells retail. So your job in the stock market is cut out very simple. You have to find out which price is the wholesale price and which price is the retail price. And at a wholesale price you buy, and at the retail price you short and book your profits. Unfortunately, tag किधर लगा हुआ नहीं कि ये वाला wholesale है और ये वाला retail है. You will have to have the skill to find it yourself. And the good news is this market works in patterns. Price has two components. One is direction, other is momentum. When you are driving a car, and let's say 100 meters ahead, you have to take a U-turn. आपका direction 100 मीटर के बाद बदलेगा. But from this moment on itself, your gears will start changing, 5th to 4th to 3rd. Your speed will start changing. You will start going more on the right. So your momentum has started changing. And a person who knows how to read momentum, he can tell 100 meters before, looking at your car that this car is about to take a U-turn. This is exactly what happens to the stocks. Before they turn, there is always a change of momentum. And there are always indications that come on the charts. And if you know how to read those indications, you can know with a fair degree of accuracy when will it turn and will continue to go in the same direction. That means you can make, like, let me put a very simple trend line on this. A kid's stuff. This is the trend line of Tata Motors. And it is said, trend is your friend till it bends at your. And please understand, you come here for profits. Never forget. You don't come here for intellectual curiosity or to prove anything to anybody. You come to the stock market only for profits. And whether you make it from Tata or from Bata, it doesn't matter. As long as in your home with those profits, you can bring the atta. These are the facts if you want to come to this market. So have a pressure to perform. Baki jagah pressure hota hai perform karne ka. In your job, your boss is sitting on your head. In your business, your customer is giving pressure to you, but in the stock market, nobody is giving pressure to you. That's where the problem. And it's an invisible business. Job में गलती कर दोगे तो salary कटती है. You can go to your boss and say sorry. Maybe he will give it back to you. In your business, you can do a mistake, say sorry to your customer, and maybe he won't say anything. But stock market, there is no sorriness. It will never happen that somebody loses 20,000-30,000 rupees in a day in an intraday trade, then calls the National Stock Exchange and says, sorry, next time नहीं करूँगा, वापस नहीं मिलता है. Direct profits, लेकिन जब आपका यहाँ 50,000 का profit आता है, तो उसमें किसी को commission भी नहीं देना होता है. T+2 cycle, you get your money. It's the best business that I have. What a business! You don't have to open any office. You don't have to hire any employees. You don't have to manufacture anything. You don't have to give any service to anybody. No sales, no marketing, nothing. You do it from your home. You need a computer and an internet connection. You can start with less capital. You can do this business till you're 90. टांग टूट गई हॉस्पिटल पे बेड पे लेटे हो फिर भी ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. And you can make money whether the price of your product is going up or the price of your product is going down. Why not work towards it? I always say it's a brilliant business. Everybody, this is the common man's business. I always say stock market is the common man's business, and you should all learn it. So coming back here, let's say in this one, this is where the trend was broken, and I decided I will only buy when the price comes on this level. So this I have identified as a wholesale price. When the price will come here, it will make a pattern called double bottom. And double bottoms have been historically 70% time successful. So it is a pattern which has been proved in the past. So I will wait for the price to come here and give me a sign, a reversal signal. Preferably through a candlestick. So the price is coming down. Let's say it touched the level, again went into the level, and it has given me a sign, which is the inverted hammer, a bullish candle. And this is where the price has been rejected and hammered up. And I decided to buy Tata Motors here. Now let's understand a very basic principle now of trading and investing. Now, if I look at it a little more carefully here, let's say somewhere like this here. This is Tata Motors here, and I say, I want to buy Tata Motors here at this level. At about 298, I want to buy Tata Motors. But before I buy Tata Motors, the first thing I have to see into this is, what is my risk and what is my reward? So मेरा पहला काम है मेरा loss plan करना, profit बाद में. The first thing, because the moment you buy, all four possibilities are open. You can have a big loss, small profit, and a big profit. I want a big profit. It is a high probability trade. It has been proved to be successful in the past, 70% of the time, but who knows, this is the one out of the 30%. So the first thing I have to do is plan my loss. I look at this candle and I say, this is where the price was rejected. So I mark this point and I say if a price goes below 220, 277, it might go further down to 200 or 150, I don't know. So I have been proved wrong by the market. My analysis was wrong. So I put a stop loss here. So then I say this is my entry and this is my stop loss, an order which will ensure that if the market moves against me, I will get out, all my stocks would be sold at 277 rupees. So what am I planning first? I'm planning a small loss. यदि स्टॉक स्मॉल लॉस प्लान नहीं करोगे तो बिग लॉस गारंटेड. This is one thing I always say. To ensure that you never have a big loss, it is compulsory that you plan your small loss. So I plan my small loss here, and I want to see here where did this move start from. And let's say I see that this move started somewhere from here. Here is a pattern called an evening star. Now, all these candlesticks were invented in Japan about 400 years ago. And these patterns, if you understand, there's so many things to learn here. So I know this is where the move started. So that would be a good target to get out. So somewhere around, let's say, about this level would be a good level to go over, about 395 rupees level. So this one is my land profit. This is my planned profit, and somewhere here is my exit. So before taking, I'm planning my trade. एक बार आपने कमेंट कर दिया फिर कुछ नहीं हो जाता है. Whatever planning you have to do, whatever analysis you have to do is before you commit your money. ज्यादातर लोग सिर्फ तभी प्लानिंग करते हैं जब लॉस बढ़ जाते हैं. अब क्या करो? But you have to plan your loss first. So here I see that this is my planned loss. How much is my planned profit? 1, 2, 3, 3.5 times. My planned profit is more than 3 times than my planned loss. So from the very start, whether I am right or wrong, the probability is in my favor. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong for 1%. If I'll be right, I'll be right for 3%. So that means I can be wrong half the time and I'll still make money. Basic mathematics. Out of 10 trades, if in 5 my stop loss is hit and in 5 my target is achieved, in 5 trades I will lose 5%. But in the remaining 5 trades in which my profit is achieved, I will make 15%. So net I will make 10% even if my success rate is only 50%. So this is the base principle by which you start. Now then, next week, the price went up. Now answer me carefully. As the price has gone from 300 to 350 rupees, has my risk increased or decreased in the trade? Decreased. Most people say decrease, answer is wrong. Why has it decreased? It has increased. I told you in the start, what does risk mean? Risk means uncertainty. What is the mechanism of profits? Sell. Have I sold yet? No. Earlier my risk was 20 rupees of my capital. Now my risk is 20 rupees of my capital and 50 rupees of my profit. So let's see the situation. Before I planned anything, I could have had all 4. But the moment I put a stop loss, planned my trade, I ensured that I will never have a big loss. Now my risk has increased. And what I do is, I reduce my risk, I take my stop loss from here, trail it somewhere on the top of this to 332 rupees. By this very simple act, now I ensure that I will not have any loss at all. Correct. What is my guaranteed profit now? From 298 rupees to 332. no matter where the price goes, ये profit अब मेरा है. Above that belongs to the market. So now my risk is divided into two parts: guaranteed profits and variable profit. So price moves further up. It is approaching my target now. What is the dominant emotion now? Greed. याद रखिए, आपका fear आपको बेचने नहीं देगा और खरीदने नहीं देगा, कुछ नहीं करने देगा. आपका greed आपको बेचने नहीं देगा और खरीदने नहीं देगा. If you want to become a trader, you have to learn how to sell your greed, and you have to learn how to buy your fear. Trading and investing is the act of quantifying your fear and greed. It's not about money at all. It is about quantifying your fear and greed. That's how I've learned it. And one thing I never forgot, I've written it in my trading room. Nobody has ever become poor by booking profits. Profit book करने से आज तक कोई गरीब नहीं हुआ. So the price is approaching. So what do? I trail it more tight now. Now I've ensured that I'll only have big profit. Whether it goes up, whether it goes down, I'll only have a big profits in this. And I see the next candle is a doji, a reversal candle. It is said that on a proper location, if you understand the doji, the market will come to you and say loji. That's how powerful is a doji. And it has touched my target. So I have to get out now. I don't wait for anything. I just get out of the trade. And then I wait for the next trade to develop. Please understand, जब आप market में जा रहे हो, आप सिर्फ पैसा खर्च नहीं कर रहे हो. You are spending money and time both. So the key is how you can make more money in less time. And that's where, and when you book your profit or your loss, your capital becomes free for another trade. I've seen so many people carrying their losses for months altogether. What for? It is also a time that is getting wasted on this. So this is the base principle. आप 2 साल का portfolio बना रहे हो, या आप you are doing a 2 hours of options trading, you are trading commodities, whatever you are doing, ये principle आप violate नहीं कर सकते. If ever you violate this principle, you will have a big loss. And if you have a big loss will take away your capital. And any business whose capital is taken away will never grow. सीधा सा किसी भी business का rule है, capital खत्म, business खत्म. So no matter what happens, small losses you can recover very fast, big loss you can never recover. So you can't allow a big loss to happen, and you book your profits regularly, you trail them regularly. That's how it goes. What are the results we get from this? Let me show you some of my trades that I do with my students in the trading room. And we use this principle only, whatever we are trading. Let's take this one. Let's take I have 2 accounts. One is my wife's account in which I trade with my traders. The average capital in the trading room of my traders is about 2 lakh rupees. So in this account I trade with about 2 lakh rupees of capital. My personal account is much bigger. So let me show you the trading room trades here. This is my trade yesterday. I was trading Bank Nifty, call options, put options both, and I was trading Tata Motors call options. And in Bank Nifty I lost 1,971 rupees, and Nifty I made 4,000 rupees. Nifty call option I made 800 rupees. 7,000 call I made 2,900 rupees. In the Nifty 7,600 put option I made 6,800 rupees. In Tata Motors 5,400 rupees. Finished my day with about 18,000 rupees of profit on a capital of about 2 lakh rupees, trading both the long and the short side of the market. This is with ledgers here. That's what I always show here. Let's go a day before that. Here I was trading a call option, and most of these trades are intraday trades, means trading duration is from a few hours at the most to 2 days. No trade will last for more than 2 days. And here I made only 281 rupees. But even at 281 rupees is money. That's what I always say. As long as it is not a big loss, it is absolutely fine. The day before that I was trading Reliance Infra futures and Nifty call options, made about 9,000 rupees. Do I never make losses? Oh, I make losses. There's no problem with that. This is a trade I was having. I was trading Bank Nifty, I lost 1,800 rupees. I was trading Nifty, I lost 600 rupees. Ashok Leyland, Gatik, Reliance Infra. In the whole day I lost about 7,000 rupees. But then the rule is, if a trade starts intraday, it finishes intraday. Means no matter what happens, your trade will not go to the next day. Maximum लोग क्या करते हैं, intraday लेते हैं. Loss बढ़ गया तो delivery हो गई, और बढ़ गया तो portfolio हो गया. You don't never do that. Never do that. And let me show you something here. Let's take, let's say here. There's only way you will. Let's take this fade, I think. I put in trades for last 4-5 months here since August. Look at this August fall that we had. Market tanked about 14% in a few days. From 20th August to about 30th August, about 14% market went down. Most people assumed you would have lost money here. Let me start showing my trades from here, from my trading room. I have a screenshot. Everything we take a screenshot. Every trade is video recorded. And some of them I even send it to people whom I want to show. This is my trade on 25th of August, guys, in my trading room here. And here, I was trading Bank Nifty, Nifty, Yes Bank, Bank Nifty futures, trading capital 2 lakh rupees, market tanking and crashing, trading duration 6 hours, profit 1,06,000. 50% in. This is the derivative market. It is the aeroplane. If you know how to fly it, you will reach very, very fast wherever you want to go. In the same stock, you will take 6 months to make that money. In a derivative, you will take 6 hours to make that. So, and each of these trades, let's say here, this is again a Bank Nifty, Nifty ICA. You see, एक भी stock नहीं है, सब सिर्फ futures है. Profit of about 18,000 rupees. And each trade is documented. Now, let's see the learning out of them. This is Excel. Let's see the learning. Tuesday, short swing trading room, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Yes Bank, KSU, capital 2 lakh, result big profit. How do I quantify it? On a 2 lakh rupees of capital in a trading room, if we make more than 10,000 rupees, it is a big profit in a day. If it is 5 to 10,000 rupees of profit, it is a medium profit. 0 to 5,000 rupees of profit in a day is a small profit. 0 to 5,000 rupees of loss is a small loss. 5 to 10,000 rupees of loss is a medium loss. And anything more than 10,000 is a big loss. So that we are crystal clear where it is a big profit, big day. 1,06,000, 29,000, 89,000. 3 trading days. Then so this was a market crash. And the market became normal, so the profits also became normal. हर दिन आपको लाख रुपए नहीं मिलने वाला है. 2,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's good money. That's very good money. 4,000, 6,000, 4,000, 8,000, 3,000. The moment I am profitable for 8 or 10 trading days, I started becoming uncomfortable. Because I know कि loss लेने का time आने वाला है. Because no trader can be profitable all the time. It's not possible. Because this market will take back from me. But the way we plan, the way I plan my trading is, when I'll take from the market, I'll take more. When I'll give to the market, I'll give less. So I'm mentally prepared for a loss because too many, profit days are coming. So I have two loss days now. 3,800 rupees of loss, 4,000 rupees of loss. So I've taken one small loss, second small loss, then a small profit. And this is being documented. 4 days of profit, then 1 day of loss of 6,000 rupees. So in 4 days I made about 14,000 rupees. Then I lost about 6,000 rupees. So जो कोई बोलता है कि मुझे कभी लॉस ही नहीं हुआ, उससे बड़ा तो झूठ कोई नहीं बोल रहा। कोई ट्रेडर हुआ ही नहीं दुनिया में जिसको लॉस नहीं हुआ। लॉस इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल, यू कांट बी राइट ऑल द टाइम। आपका स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने वाला ही है। मैक्सिमम लोग तो लगाते ही नहीं, बोलते हैं सर स्टॉप लॉस क्या लगाऊं, वो तो हिट हो जाता है, वो तो पर्पस है। इट्स लाइक सेइंग सर ब्रेक क्यों लगाऊं, वो तो लग जाता है। दैट्स द पर्पस ऑफ द ब्रेक। But the purpose of the stop loss, if the move happens against you, you should be out and not suffer a big loss. The trick is to know how to put the stop loss. I teach in the class to put stop losses which won't be hit 80% of the time. And that's a big number I'm talking about. But then you have to understand the volatility of the market. Then again a streak, profits and then a loss. After I've made from the market 11,000, 36,000, 2,000, I don't mind giving back 382 rupees. और जैसे ही छोटा सा लॉस ले लिया तो साइकोलॉजिकली आई फील बेटर, दे दिया वापस, बराबर है ना, गिल्ट खत्म हो जाता है कि दिया नहीं, so I've given back to the market. और हर ट्रेडर का एक अच्छा फॉर्म और खराब फॉर्म होता है। जैसे क्रिकेटर का अच्छा फॉर्म और खराब फॉर्म होता है, ऐसे ट्रेडर और इन्वेस्टर का भी खराब फॉर्म और अच्छा फॉर्म। और आपको पता होना चाहिए कब आपका फॉर्म अच्छा है कब वो खराब है। जब फॉर्म खराब चल रहा है तो ट्रेडिंग कैपिटल कम कर दो, मत करो ट्रेडिंग, आराम करो। दैट कैन आल्सो बी डन। सो नाउ हियर लॉसेस, प्रॉफिट्स, सो इज गोइंग ऑन 3 continuous days of losses. Loss, 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 but I just make sure it is a small loss. What I have been taught is if you are wrong, why be wrong for more? Why not be wrong for less? ये मार्केट में लॉस लेने में कैसी शर्म? इस मार्केट में प्रॉफिट ग्लोरीफाइड किया जाता है और लॉस को ऐसे बोलते हैं जैसे आदमी ने बहुत बड़ा गुनाह कर दिया। अरे इट्स अ मार्केट, you can't read it all the time. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. As long as your profits are bigger and your losses are smaller, you will do wonderfully well into this market. Action. So now going down, and see here, whole streak of losses. Loss, 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 a small profit, then losses. This is, now you see here, after 15th of December, I had a loss streak. Medium loss, small profit, small loss, medium profit, medium loss, losses. वो आता ही है, हर ट्रेडर का आता है लॉस, और सब रेड रेड दिखना शुरू हो गए। टॉप पे व्हाट इज द कलर आई हैव पुट हियर ऑन टॉप? रेड. आई हैव मोस्ट पीपल ऑन देयर हेडिंग्स दे पुट येलो, ग्रीन, आई ऑलवेज पुट अ रेड. दैट इज द कलर आई वांट टू बी कंफर्टेबल विद. जब तक आप रेड से कंफर्टेबल नहीं होगे ग्रीन नहीं दिखता है. ओनली थिंग इज red has to be a small red. So down here, then the new year has started well, no problem. First day 1,000 rupees, 2,000, 2,000, 9,000, 281. So let's see the learning out of this. This was a learning day. If I look at the learning here, out of total 107 days, 35 days are holiday. This is the first thing I like here. ये सबसे अच्छी चीज इस मार्केट की है कि out of 107 days, 33 days are holidays. 33%. दूसरा प्रोफेशन बता दीजिए मुझे ऐसे जिसमें इतनी छुट्टी मिलती है. You know, 30 and market opens at 9 in the morning, closes at 3:30, and you can choose to trade only for a few hours in a day. You can choose to trade a few days in a week. You can choose to trade few weeks in a month. That's your choice. So your time is absolutely totally in your control. ऐसे भी 3:30 के बाद मार्केट आप Khatam. You have your evenings all with you. So, an absolutely less demanding profession in terms of free time. You have time to play your golf, you have time to, practice your hobbies, do whatever you want, and ये profession में आप travel करते करते आराम से trade कर सकते हो. It's very common. Our younger son is a footballer. He occasionally goes out. He was right now in Barcelona, has come down. Last year he was in Sweden. So whenever I travel with him, my tab is with me. While he's playing his football, I'm watching him and doing my trades. कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. That's the beauty. और आज का market technology driven है. लोगों को लगता है कि मुझे इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग करनी है तो पूरे दिन मार्केट के सामने बैठना पड़ेगा. और लोग अपने ऑफिस से छुप छुप के ट्रेडिंग करने की कोशिश करते हैं. I always say, never do intraday trading from your office until and unless your boss is also trading. And if both you and your boss are trading resign, that company will close anyway. So that is not necessary now. I've seen many people, they sit in front of the charts like this, watching the candle. जैसे कि उनके देखने से candle बड़ा हो जाए. Come on. Intraday trader should not be near the market for more than 2 hours in a day. That's the first rule of intraday trading. You need to understand the cycle when the move will happen. और यदि आपको big profit चाहिए, तो market को देख के तो कभी आने वाले नहीं. The reason is very simple. When the profits start coming, you will have the urge to book them. जैसे पौधे को हमने जमीन पे लगाया, और उसको रोज हम निकाल के नहीं देखते हैं ना कि बढ़ा कि नहीं बढ़ा. It's exactly the same. You plan your trade, you execute your trade, you put your stop loss in place, you put your trail in place, you put your targets in place, then get lost. Let the trade develop. That's what I teach in my classes. Even for people doing all high-flying jobs, people say, sir, do you have to leave my job? Why? 2 sources of income are always better than 1 source of income. And now thanks to technology, you can put all your intraday trades a night before, after 10 o'clock. With proper parameters in place, and if you can look at the market in a whole day for maybe 10-15 minutes, which you can do in your tea break or your lunch break, that is good enough to do intraday trading. And this is something that I always tell to people, that do not leave your day jobs, because 2 sources of, in any case, to build your portfolio, you have to leave nothing. There are, depending on your time situation, you can have various kind of trading styles that you can go for. Then, let's see here. Out of total 94 days I was trading, 3 days I was not trading. Big profit days are 21. Roj big profit nahi aayega. Out of 10 trades you will take, only 2 trades would be big profits. Only 2. And I'm saying this, I'm into this market for more than 10 years. And now my rate is 20%. For the starters, even if you get 10%, you are doing great. So, 21 trades are big profit trades, 13 trades are medium profit trades, 34 trades are small profit trades. So, वो छोटे-छोटे 2-4 हजार रुपए के profits को, they are very, very important because they keep you in the game. Then, 16 trades are small loss trades, 7 trades are medium loss trade, and this is the key. I have 0 big loss trades, not even 1 big loss trade. गलत होना मंजूर है, big loss मंजूर नहीं. ज्यादातर लोगों को big loss क्यों होता है? क्योंकि उन्हें गलत होना मंजूर नहीं. If you want to make money in the stock market, तो आपको गलत होना मंजूर होना पड़ेगा. That's when you will build portfolios and do intraday trading here. And it's not that I have not lost. I've lost money. In 23 trades I've lost money. And I've given back to the market 90,898 rupees. But our market has given me back 7,23,000 rupees. So, on a 2 lakh rupees of capital in about 4-5 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I've been able to make about 6,32,000 rupees. What is my success rate? 60%, guys. It's not a 70%, it is not 80%, it's not a 90%. This is the beauty. First class में भी बहुत पैसा बनता है. You don't have to, this is my percentage after 10 years of trading. I read 4 hours every day. I coach and mentor traders every day. और मैं खड़ा होकर खुला बोलता हूँ, लॉस तो होने वाला ही है. मुझे एक दिखा दो जिसको नहीं होता. But the focus area is, as long as your profits are bigger and your losses are smaller, no matter what the market is, you will make money. Not a problem. And in the last August 77% profits, September 46%, October 57%, November 33%, December 86%, January so far 17%, 60% a month gross profit I'm averaging, and this is in my trading room in front of my trader, proper ledgers and screenshots. पर ये figures लाने के लिए मैंने तो अपनी जिंदगी के 10 साल दे दिए. आप कितना देना चाहते हैं? That's the first question you will have to ask. How much do you want to give? I don't expect that you will reach 60% a month immediately, but I'm sure you can reach 10% a month. 10% महीने का तो आप सिर्फ कुछ महीने में पहुंच जाओ. और 10% a month is doubling your money every year. And we have a market which is just maturing, which will roar and go to the next levels in the next 20 years. आने वाले 20 साल हमारे हैं. ये मैं खुला बोलता हूँ. Very proud to say, India is the next story. You should participate. Everybody should participate in that story. And this is, अभी यहाँ पे जब इस तरह के results आएंगे, does it matter what is the brokerage? आगे लोग brokerage को लेके टंगे रहते हैं. तो मुझे 5 पैसा दे रहा है, वो 3 पैसा दे रहा है, वो 2 पैसा दे रहा है. What will you do with that if you can't achieve these results? When इस तरह के result achieve करोगे, तो it doesn't matter what are the expenses, what are the. This is the kind of thing. अब ये पैसे का मैं क्या करूँगा? I will build my portfolios. इसी पैसे से तो portfolio बनेगा. And selling is equally important. This market is going down now. We are booking profits in our portfolio from 26th of November. We are sitting on cash, waiting for the market to go, from the same money by which I built the portfolio, I already sold somewhere around 30 lakh rupees worth of portfolio. So, this is what you have to understand very, very clearly. Your short-term trading will fund your long-term portfolios. Or small cap में, we just bought a stock, it doubled in about 4 months. Then you don't go back to that stock again. Then you find another one. And there are always stories playing, stocks in small cap, mid cap, which are doubling 3 months, 4 months. और ये story अगले 15-20 साल तक play होंगी, provided you know how to pick them. Right entry, right exit. So, never forget, करोड़ रुपए portfolio इतना difficult नहीं है जितना लोगों को लगता है. करोड़ ज़्यादा नहीं होता है. जब आप 60 के होंगे तो करोड़ शायद कम लगेगा. कम से कम उससे तो शुरू करो. करोड़ का टारगेट रखोगे 2, 3, 4 कुछ निकल के आएगा. But that should be don't let it rot into that 6% scheme. So, build and manage your own portfolio. Make money with intraday trading. Intraday is where real money is. Catch market swing with swing trading, trade leverage assets and make money when the price goes down. And stock is not the only market. We have a roaring commodities market. You can trade crude oil, you can trade gold, you can trade silver. So ये market में, let me show you a trade of one of my big traders. If I have, I think I got this is a screenshot. And this is a screenshot of a copper trade. Big trader. What is the profit? 6 lakh and 6,000 rupees positional trade. That's the kind of money in commodities. Ledger says. So, how does the commodity look like? Let's say, let me change this and trade it to gold. Let's say this is a gold contract. If looks exactly the same. If I wouldn't have told you it is gold, you wouldn't know it. Because the base principle won't change, candles won't change, technical analysis won't change, fundamental analysis won't, but your profits will change. Let's say if you would have bought gold here, just about 6-7 days ago here, at this point, you needed only about 15,000 rupees to trade it. It is a 95% discounted product. 100 rupee move is 1,000 rupees. And how much was this move? 24,970 to about 25. It's a 1,000 rupees move. How much is this move worth? This is 10,000 rupees of move on 15,000 rupees of capital in just 6 days. And this market opens at 10 in the morning. It is open till 11:55 in the night. और इसमें liquidity रात को 7:30 बजे के बाद ही आती है जब US मार्केट खुलता है. Means आप आराम से जॉब करके आओ और घर में आने के बाद इसको ट्रेड करो. Very, very popular market that is there in the country now. Then we have a roaring forex market that you can. So commodities may so many you can trade: gold, lead, mini, crude oil. So many can be traded in both sides. Then you can trade a currency market. Example, this is USD INR contract. How much money do you require to trade this contract? Only 2,000 rupees. Derivative market, stock market से बहुत सस्ता है. Only thing is most people don't know how to trade it, so they don't make money there. This is done all over the world. लोग derivatives से कमाते हैं और उससे अपने stock के portfolio बनाते हैं. That is the route to build long-term crore rupees portfolio size. So ये सब आना चाहिए. So all 4 forms of trading you should know: intraday, swing, positional, and long-term. Intraday and swing is normally done through derivative market. Positional and long-term is done through the stocks. It's an acquired skill. Anybody can become a trader. So don't be a dependent investor. Become an independent trader. You can trade stocks, unidirectional. You can trade futures. Futures आपका घर चल सकता है आराम से. Index future are Nifty and Bank Nifty. You can easily make. A Nifty costs about 40,000 rupees. 40,000 में एक Nifty आता है दिन में. दोनों साइड में ट्रेड कर सकते हो. Average movement is about 100 points a day. 100 पॉइंट का मूव 7,500 रुपए का मूव होता है. आप पूरा मूव कभी पकड़ नहीं पाओगे. But you can easily catch 20% to 50% of the move. That means you can easily make 2,000 to 4,000 rupees a day in Nifty. And 2,000 rupees a day is 40,000 rupees a month. कितने लोग 40,000 रुपए महीने के लिए चर्च गेट की ट्रेन पकड़ते हैं? This is what I always say. You can trade options. You can trade commodities. You can trade forex. All these choices are available now, and you can trade all of them. But you should know this: what to buy, when to buy, how much to buy, how much risk to take, and when to get out. This you have to learn. And to do this, this is the skill set required. You need to be very good with understanding balance sheets, understanding the business model. Please remember, when you're buying a company, you're basically buying a business. And when you're buying a business, doesn't it make sense to know about the business? उसकी profitability क्या है, उसका product क्या है, उसका management क्या है, उसका CEO कौन है, उसका owner कौन है, उसके competitors कौन है, how is it doing? Out of 10 companies, which one is the best that you should put your money in? And that's what fundamental analysis is all about, to find the fair value of the stock. Fundamental analysis will help you to find the fair value of the stock. And technical analysis, the language of the charts, will help you to time it properly by the language of the markets. Stock filtering to find high probability trades. You cannot open 6,000, 7,000 charts. In the class I teach you how to filter your stocks fundamentally and technically, ताकि आपको 15 मिनट में पता लग जाए आज कौन सा खरीदने के लिए अच्छा है, कौन सा बेचने के लिए अच्छा है. Risk management method, mastery of online platforms, high probability trading techniques, should have a trading plan, rational decision making training, money management, managing your emotions and your subconscious mind. This is the skill set required, you know, to become a trader or a investor. Do only finance people do good in stocks? No. In experience I have found anybody can do good here because it is not dependent on any mathematics. It is a visual, emotional, pictorial field that you go into. Housewives can become better. Painters have learned it. You know, I've seen engineers doing well. I've seen chartered accountant doing well. Anybody who admits I don't know and who has you know, inclination to learn normally does well into stock market. Let me tell you about the training and mentoring we do in Pathfinders, guys. I do a 6 months of practical training and a lifetime of mentoring in which all 4 trading styles are taught: intraday, swing, positional and long term. You know, all asset classes are you know, taught. How much should you know? The less, the better. Zero is preferred. In any case, most people don't know anything. So class starts from absolute zero. Medium of instruction is a combination of Hindi and English. हिंदी में भी बोलता हूँ और इंग्लिश में भी बोलता हूँ. जो लोग ज़्यादा होते हैं उतना ज़्यादा बोलता हूँ. So all asset classes will be taught क्योंकि एक को समझे बिना दूसरा ट्रेड नहीं किया जा सकता. All the asset classes are interrelated. यदि आपको स्टेरलाइट ट्रेड करना है तो कॉपर का आपको टेक्निकल एनालिसिस आना चाहिए बिकॉज स्टेरलाइट का रॉ मटेरियल कॉपर है. You are trading you know, a stock which deals into burgers and other things, so you should know how a potato chart moves. You know, that's one of my favorite commodities, potato. पिछले 1 साल में डबल हुआ है. खाने में भी मजा आता है, ट्रेड करने में उससे ज्यादा मजा. So all asset classes I'll be teaching you. These are the batches that have passed out in the last 2.5 years. And all kind of people come here. This is Mr. Singh, 77 years old. अब मैं बोलता हूँ अगर ये सीख सकते हैं तो कोई भी सीख सकते हैं. And we have dietitians here. Santosh is a painter here. You know, so all kind of people come. क्योंकि पैसे की जरूरत सब. And I always say your first need is to build a crore rupees of portfolio. उससे आपकी बेटी की शादी ठीक से हो पाएगी, आपका बच्चा यूएस में पढ़ पाएगा और सबसे मेन 60 की उम्र में किसी के सामने हाथ नहीं फैलाना पड़ेगा. प्लस after 60 you will have a skill by which sitting at your home you can make money and pass your time. 60 के बाद टाइम भी पास करने के लिए तो कुछ चाहिए. What better than the stock market? So there are various batches that have passed in the last 2 years from the market, from Pathfinders. All kind of people come, ladies, gents, young, old. People travel from far places to learn here. These are a lot of TV actors are coming. I don't know. They also want to build portfolios now. This is the latest batch, December batch that has passed out. This is Ishan. This is Aryan. He is 13 years old. Father son. तो इसको अभी से सिखा देता हूँ. तो मुझे किसी ने सिखा दिया होता तो आज स्टोरी कुछ और. Everybody, it's a life skill. I always say, financial literacy is a life skill. The way swimming is a life skill, you know, the way having a house is a life skill. Same way, you know, building portfolios, having financial literacy is a life skill. खुद को भी आना चाहिए, बच्चों को भी सिखाना चाहिए, and make sure you teach it to the wife, but to your own wife only. So these are the course contents, guys. It is available on my website, pathfinderstrainings.com. इसका एक hard copy पीछे मेरी टीम के साथ में available है. When you go back, you can collect a hard copy from them. So this is the course content. And I teach my live trading. Format आपको बता देता हूँ. It is a 6 months of training and lifetime of mentoring. The 6 months of training is divided into 2 parts. 4 days of classroom training and then 6 months of online training. आपको मेरे पास physically 4 दिन आना है. उसके बाद पूरा कोर्स ऑनलाइन है. So it's 4 days of classroom training, which is Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. It's always Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday the market is closed. So 2 days I give you the concepts, the strategies. A lot of focus is on strategies because different kind of markets require different kind of strategies. So base banana hai, fundamental technical के पास I give a lot of strategies in risk management. In the first 2 days you learn how to filter stocks. Then Monday morning when the market starts, I start live trading in front of you. पहले 4 दिन में आपको अपना लैपटॉप लेके नहीं आना है. The way the course is designed, पहले मैं ट्रेडिंग करूंगा, आप देखोगे. फिर आप 6 महीने तक मेरे साथ में ट्रेडिंग करोगे और 6 महीने के बाद you become independent and you trade on your own. That's the whole model I've made. So Monday I'll start trading. Monday, Tuesday, 2 days I'll be live trading in front of you, sitting on a capital ranging from about 3 lakhs to about 5 lakhs. And I'll do a turnover of about 50 lakh to 1 crore rupees in a day as average turnover I do in my class. You know, and you will see how risk is handled. And everything I have taught, uske sub trades per, I'll take option trade, a commodity trade, a forex trade, a stock future trade, a nifty trade, and show you how the trading is done. What will lead to profits, what will lead to losses, and each trade is documented. So you know how to make your trade long. And in these 4 days, you know, your trading plan would always also be made. The class starts at 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 to 9 is the breakfast. 9 o'clock the class starts, continues till 1:30 with a tea break. 1:30 is lunch. 2:15 we start again, and then we continue till 5 in the evening, which will be there for 4 continuous days. The classes are done in Thane and Andheri. Thane, it is this hotel on the 3rd floor where I am teaching for many years now. Andheri, you know, I do in a Carl Residency Hotel. So these 2 places I do my courses regularly for years now. Once your 4 days of physical classroom training is finished, then your online training will start. Online training is the backbone of my course. क्योंकि यहाँ आपकी skill develop. What is skill? Skill is transfer of knowledge from conscious mind to subconscious mind with practice and practice. So, in the 6 months of online training, there are 4 sessions every month. महीने में 4 sessions होते हैं. 3 sessions are learning sessions and 1 session is live trading practice session. The learning sessions are every Thursday night from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the night. Isme I'll be taking a topic. You know, the course is conducted from the start to the end by me. I don't delegate the course, but I have a team of 4 professional traders. Agar aap kidhar atak jao, so you can call them and they will help you. But the course would be conducted by me only. And these learning sessions are also recorded. And within 24 hours, you will get the recording of the learning session. It will be available to you till Sunday night. क्योंकि ज़्यादातर लोगों को weekends पे time मिलता है दोबारा revise करने का. And in this, you can, you know, learn as many time as you want. And by any chance नहीं कर पाए तो you can talk to the team and they can extend it also. So, you know, 9 to 11 of learning every Thursday night for 6 months with recordings. Then last Friday of the month is the live trading day, which is online. आपको कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं, अपने घर से ऑफिस कर सकते हैं. It is from 11:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. Live trading रात को नहीं कर सकता, मार्केट दिन में ही खुलता है. So 11:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, you know, where you will be live trading with me with real money. You know, and it starts under guidance. उसमें आपको I will be guiding you how to take the trade. I will find some trades, you will bring some trades, and we will then do the deep analysis and find out इसमें कौन सा trade long लगता है, कौन सा trade short लगता है. Then I will take the, let's say I buy 500 stocks. You have the choice to buy 500, you can buy 100, you can buy 5, or you can choose just to watch. That is your choice. पर ये सेशन में आपको सबसे ज़्यादा लर्निंग होगी And I always recommend, भले कम पैसे से trade करो, पर थोड़ा बहुत trade साथ में करो. That way your practice will happen. And we'll say, I'm buying, so how to buy, how to put a stop loss, how to put the targets, how to trail, how to draw a trend line, how to put indicators, oscillate. So it will be a guided trading session. And month after month, for 6 months, you'll get 24 hours of live trading practice with me. That will take you to the, they'll give you enough practice to have the skill. Then, once you start trading and investing, in how much time will you start your trading and investing? In about 10 days. 6 महीना wait करने की ज़रूरत नहीं. In about 10 days, you will start. Those who are seasoned can even start after 4 days, but with less capital. Just because you have 50 lakh into the bank account doesn't mean you will bring 50 lakh. Maybe you will bring 10,000 or 50,000 or 1 lakh or 5,000, whatever you feel you are comfortable with in the start. Then you work on it and see how your skill is growing. And we have these mentoring sessions, where you will get the support. When you start trading, you'll have a lot of queries and questions. And for my active traders, who is a Pathfinder's active trader, the guy who says, yes sir, I like your systems method, I would like to trade with you under you. So that's a Pathfinder's active trader. And those people will get a lifetime of mentoring. Most people think that intraday trading के stocks रोज नए ढूंढने पड़ते हैं. That is not the case. A trend tends to last for at least about 7 days. कोई भी long या short trend 7-8 दिन तक चलता है. If I see that Reliance Infra has started going in a downtrend, it will start going in downtrend for about 7-8 days. इधर मुझे लग रहा है कि SBI has started the uptrend. Uptrend might last for about 10 days. So every Thursday, 11 to 12 in the live market would be a mentoring session in which a guidance about the market would be given to you. And here I will be telling you, this looks bullish, this looks bearish. So you get a view for the whole month of the index, the commodities and other things. Plus, in this you also bring your queries. Suppose you are trading, sir, should I buy Suzlon? Shall I sell Tata Steel? Shall I buy TCS? You have done your analysis and you want to put in your 50,000 rupees. So it would help if somebody confirms that to you, that this looks like a double bottom, this looks like a technically okay stock. And that is what you do every Thursday. और चूंकि सब लोग बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स लेके आ रहे हैं अपनी अपनी एनालिसिस करवाने के लिए, तो आपको अपने आप अगले हफ्ते के लिए बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स मिल जाएंगे. 300-400 लोग बैठ के अपने अपने स्टॉक्स दे रहे हैं, तो यू फाइंड आउट. एंड कोई मना तो करता नहीं. उसने पूछा कि भाई मैं ये स्टॉक सर रैनबैक से ले लूं क्या, तो आपको तो कोई लेने से मना नहीं करता, आप ले लो. सो दिस इज द कलेक्टिव इंटेलिजेंस एंड द ग्रुप दैट गोज ऑन. हर क्लास का मैं एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बनाता हूँ. ऐसे there is a class of 35 students, I'll make a WhatsApp group. उस ग्रुप का मैं भी मेंबर रहता हूँ. And with that WhatsApp group, you will keep in touch with each other, so that your trading journey continues. So a lot of platforms are built. So this is a session that happens every Thursday, which is a lifetime, not limited to 6 months. This is in summary: 4 days of classroom training, 6 months of online training, then 6 monthly trading practice sessions, lifetime of mentoring for Pathfinder's active trader. And I'm a mentor, so I should be available. Market time I'm not available. Market time I'm into my trades and into my trading room. So there I am with my traders. And there I have 4 professional traders whom you can call, they'll help you. But every evening from 4 to 6 I'm available on the phone. Anybody who has done my course, who's my student, between 4 and 6 you can give me a call. And there is an urgency, you can take an appointment, come and meet me also. But most of the queries are normally solved over phone, because there are people from outside, कोई Australia से, कोई Qatar से, कोई Bangalore से. So 4 to 6 I have kept where you can call me and I will be more than happy to answer your queries. This whole model that I have made. And later on, for people who are serious, want to take it as a full-time profession, I have a physical and an online trading room in which you can be a part of. and where I live trade for 2.5 hours with my traders every day. जितने भी trades मैंने आपको दिखाए हैं, वो मेरे individual लिए हुए trade नहीं है, वो सब trading room में जो मैं traders के साथ में trades लेता हूँ वो होते हैं. Plus जो it's not only me who makes that money. For example, here this is my website here, and I encourage my traders to publish their trades, and here's something called best trade of the day. These are the trades of my traders of the trading room, and here we publish their trades. For example, on 7th January, the best trade of the day, I can open a few. Let's say this is the best trade of the day, 4,490 rupees, and this will always be with a ledger. The way I show my ledgers, these are my students' ledgers here. Example here, this one here, this is a profit of 41,000 rupees by a student. And he was trading a lot of futures, as you can see. Very aggressive intraday trader. Profit of 41,000 rupees in a. So this is the levels which you can reach, provided you never deviate from that principle. तो वही सीखना है. उसी का ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप सीख के practice करोगे, so you will reach those levels here. After the trading, this is all you can do. You can earn about 25 to 50% per year. ये तो आना ही चाहिए, life skill है. क्योंकि 60 साल में कोई कुछ देता नहीं. So make sure you have at least ₹1 crore of portfolio planned, well planned when you are 60. That will give you an edge after 60. And the good thing with stocks is, इसमें liquidity बहुत होती है. Real estate is good, but it doesn't have liquidity. आप किसी को ये नहीं बोल सकते मुझे पैसे की जरूरत है पर मैं अभी सिर्फ बेडरूम बेचूंगा. Drawing room अपने पास. You have to sell, buy and sell in full. But in stocks you can buy and sell in parts. आपका 50 लाख का पोर्टफोलियो है, आपके बेटे को यूके में एडमिशन मिल गया, 5 लाख की फीस भरनी है इमीडिएटली 7 दिन में, किधर पैसा आएगा? स्टॉक्स. सेल फॉर 12 lakhs. T+2 साइकिल पैसा आपके अकाउंट में आता है, पे. There is no instrument more liquid than हमेशा फायर सेलर मिलेगा, भागना नहीं पड़ता. रियल एस्टेट में you might run for months and you might not find a buyer in a bear market. Here that problem is make about 10% per month with इतना इंट्राडे में मिल ही जाता है. This I am saying on a conservative side. To make a 10% on your capital in intraday trading, you don't have to catch a 10% move. You only have to catch a 1%. That's a good news. Because the leverage is 10 times. So, catch moves with swing trading. Trade leverage asset like options, make money when the price goes down. It's all you will be able to do. This is all it costs, 28,000 rupees plus service tax, 32,030. Other than that, you don't have to pay anything. No yearly fees, no software fees, no hidden fees, nothing. यही है. I've tried to make it as affordable as I can. And once you learn, तो इतना पैसा एक ट्रेड में 3 घंटे में वापस आता है. Provided you know what you have to. This is the upcoming training, guys. 16th of January, my training is starting in Thane. Then for 2 months, I won't have any training. Our elder son is in 12th. उसका February, March में exam है. तो 2 महीना, I'll be totally with him. This is the beauty of trading. It gives you time to be with your loved ones. You have the choice. And then in April, I'll have another training. So this is the training that is starting next week, 16th of January, guys. 6 months training. You can pay any way you want, cash, check, credit card, online transfer on the website. Today you just pay 1,000 rupees and you can book your seat. You don't have to pay the full money right now. And tokens in Pathfinders are flexible and transferable. If you have paid a token and by any chance you are not able to come, token are immediately transferred to the next trade. So whenever you come the next time, the token would be valid even if you come after 6 months. It doesn't matter. So this token just ensures that you will have a seat. Since there are always more people than seats with us, so a token will ensure that you will have a seat. I like people who take decisions because trading is all about taking the decision. This is one of my favorite books, guys. $1 Million Portfolio. है क्या? An amazing book to read. If you go on Flipkart, The book is for 1,776 rupees, this hard copy. But if you book your course today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow you can book, but tomorrow you won't get the book. So once you book your course, this book today comes to you as a free gift. I'll give you a token of 1,000 rupees and take a 1776 rupees book today. That's my way of telling you that this is a good way to come. And then this CD contains 2 of the books that I accidentally stumbled upon, and they changed my financial journey forever. It is a myth that you only have to work hard to get money. There are also ways by which you can attract affluence and wealth into your life. That's how stock market came to me. And those 2 books are in here, in addition to some other money books that I have found on my journey in 11 years, which have been a life-changing event for me. So when you book your course today, this CD also comes to you as complimentary. So when you go back and give your token of 1,000 rupees, please collect your book and your CD. Now my team will ask you to fill a information sheet. After that, what I will do is I will take a small demo of technical analysis. I have been talking of technical analysis. Let me take a small demo of technical analysis to show you how it feels on this one. And I also have some question answer session, so you might have some questions. So just fill this information sheet, and after filling the information sheet, those who want to book their course, you can go back to the Mishta. She's sitting on the back side, and she will be booking your seats. And after that, I'll take a small demonstration, and we'll try to analyze the index in detail or a stock in detail to find how technical analysis feels like this. So I'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and then we will do a demonstration. Okay guys, any question anybody has, you can ask me when people are booking the course. Yes.
What software are you using?
I'm using Sher Khan's Trade Tiger.
Sher Khan?
Trade Tiger. I like Sher Khan as a broker, but you can use any software you want. I like them. They're pretty good. Yes.
I'm from Navi Mumbai,
Yes.
and my question is regarding Aditya Birla Newborn Limited. Just now, yesterday, the last trading session, I made a trade about it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to know that making intraday trade, can we just look at the derivative market first before taking into cash market?
Yeah, you can do that actually. Yes.
We can see ultimately, eventually it was a loss of approx 6,000 rupees. But I can see if you can open chart.
No, I will not go into a question answer on stocks. I mean normal question answer about.
I just wanted to have.
That I'll take in technical. When I take technical, I'll open it.
Yes.
I'll open it.
Because it was trading at an all-time high level.
No, that's high. 6,000 रुपए का loss अच्छा नहीं लगता है. It's okay. We'll open it. We'll see why the loss happened. We will do that. Yes. Yeah. I'll take this. Yeah.
ये जो ग्राफ आपने दिखाया है, ये ग्राफ जो है, can you explain?
ये ग्राफ क्या है? This graph is the quantification of your fear and greed. What is this? These are emotions which are, pictorially represented. अभी मैं जब analysis करूँगा तो ये सब लेने वाला.
Is it a box plot graph or what is it?
This is a candlestick.
This candlestick. But it talks about what? Is the highest, lowest, and the total trade, and that what is
This is a line trade. This is a bar trade. And this is a candlestick. They are different charting styles. So हर एक के अपने pros and cons. Yes.
Being a strategic session, this looks like that this and the box part. That's why I thought
No, it's not a box, it's a candlestick. It's a candlestick. Yes.
How do you determine the fair value?
Oh, उसके लिए क्लास में आना पड़ेगा. Okay. Yes.
Sir, I just wanted to know, okay, since I don't have any knowledge in that, how does it work, anything I don't know. Okay, so what should be a perfect, say, perception for a new beginner while entering the stock market? Because the first...
For about a few months, you should just learn. You should not put 1 rupee of yours into the stock market. Because at least you are admitting that I don't know. Most of the people don't even admit that they don't know. So the good thing is you are at least admitting I don't know. So at least you are starting on the right foot. But then you need to learn and train yourself. And then acquire those necessary skills. And then you can go for it. Not before that. Right? Class starts from zero base. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I was interested only in, let's say, hand-holding or training sessions of maybe an FNO option that means.
Principles remain the same.
And so,
Because when you have to learn stocks, you have to learn FNO. Without learning FNO, you cannot learn stocks. The base principle will remain exactly the same. वो base principle के base पे आप FNO trade करो, या stock trade करो, या commodity trade करो. Because you will not say to me, I am only interested in Tata Steel learning. No.
I need to clarify.
Yes.
For example, I do trade actively, and I understand underlying assets, I understand technicals, I understand patterns,
Fair.
I understand
Fair enough, fair
all
enough.
that. So I do delivery-based trading, and I'm a positional trader.
Fine.
Okay, and I've been doing that for quite some time. What I'm not comfortable, so I need to graduate to the next level of FNO.
Yes.
So that is something which I'm not available. So whatever skill sets I already have, I know that it remains the same as you rightly explained.
No. उसके लिए क्या? मेरा ये क्लास तो सबके लिए. तो उसमें if you feel that you're already on a certain level, so then you don't do the class. That is very simple. See, what I say very very clearly is, पर FNO भी आप ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो उसमें किधर ना किधर तो अटक रहे होगे ना?
मैं चालू भी नहीं किया. So my point
Yes, because what is happening? Let me answer you. You are for the moment आप सिर्फ ये डायरेक्शन को ट्रेड कर रहे हो.
correct.
You are trading this and you are trading it non-leveraged.
Correct.
Right? If I understand you correctly,
Correct.
non-leveraged.
Correct.
This direction you are trading. But if you come into this direction, ये डायरेक्शन का सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या है? You are not conditioned for it. You know, even people know that there is money in the down direction. Very few people are able to take short trades because they are not conditioned for it. आपको महीनों लग जाएंगे डाउन डायरेक्शन में सिर्फ अपने आप को कंडीशन करने के लिए. But when it goes down, this is a leverage direction. That means 1%, if you are right or wrong, you can lose 5 to 10%. So उसके लिए आपका स्किल लेवल स्टॉक से बड़ा होना चाहिए. पर स्टॉक्स में भी if you have to trade the derivative, तो स्टॉक का टेक्निकल एनालिसिस you will have to master better, right? And right now maybe in a stock you're only trying to find the turning point from the bottom. वो तो आप कम से कम कर ही रहे होगे. यहाँ से आपको टॉप का टर्निंग पॉइंट भी ढूंढना है. Plus you will have to learn how to flow with the trend. In fact, in derivative trading, most money is made not by finding turning points, but by finding, for example, so examples से लेते हैं इसको. Let's say I go here to Reliance Infra. Let's take a random example. This is a stock that is going up. ये Reliance Infra. Reliance Infra has gone up. It has gone up from 350 rupees up to 600 rupees now. So how do you know? First of all, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए इसका फेयर वैल्यू क्या है. इसका फेयर वैल्यू 1200 रुपया है या 400 रुपया है या 300 रुपया है या 200 रुपया है. What is the fair value of Reliance Infra? Second, when it is coming down, is it a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern? If you want to take a short trade, and then what would be the targets? Let's say इसमें मैं simple Fibonacci लगा देता हूँ, बहुत base simple. And you see it has started moving towards a 23% retracement level. आपको, you are seeing the inverted hammer, since you know technicals already, and it might come down till 529, which is the first Fibonacci. Correct? That means अभी आपको पता करना है कि मैं ऑप्शन करूं कि फ्यूचर करूं, बराबर? ऑप्शन करूं तो टाइम वैल्यू कितनी है, मेरे लिए कंफर्टेबल है कि नहीं है? फ्यूचर करूं तो मेरा रिस्क, यहाँ तो लॉट साइज 1300 का है, 10-20 से कम नहीं चलेगा. If you are wrong in just 10 points, you will lose 13,000 rupees. So when you are going to FNO में सबसे पहले सीखना होता है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, और मेरे कोर्स का बेस है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट. Once you know risk management, you can trade anything. आप मेरा कोर्स करके जाओ, आप ब्राजील में सेटल हो जाओ, उनके स्टॉक्स ट्रेड करो, you will make money. It doesn't matter very much. You know, तो कोई स्पेशल मुझे FNO सीखना है ऐसा कुछ नहीं, कोई जरूरत नहीं. I'll not take it in detail. और डिटेल में नहीं जाओ, वो पढ़ना और डिस्कशन हो जाएगा. Yes, any other question? Yes.
Sir, I don't know anything about this. Just one passing question.
Yes.
You have said that there is a fair price, and in a given period of time, can there be more than one fair price?
Yes, of course. It's a very good question. अभी इनका क्वेश्चन है कि फेयर प्राइस में टाइम के साथ बदल सकता है. Of course बदल सकता है, because it's a business model. Every 3 months a quarterly result will come. क्वार्टरली रिजल्ट जब आएगा तो उसके फिगर्स अलग अलग होंगे. Which might, a company was not doing great. He suddenly found a new product, started moving up. Ashok Leyland was earlier making trucks. Now it is going into a defense manufacturing. Business model has changed. So as the business model changed, the fundamental change, fair price also changes. Right? Okay. Now let's go a little into technicals, and then I'll close in about 5 minutes. 9:45 I'll close. I'm a little above my time. Let's say here, this is the market, our Nifty, and this is how the market was on Friday. Now, Friday the market was sideways, lackluster, just moving from left to right. But this is not good enough to tell me about the market. So the first thing I want to know is the multiple time frame analysis. How is this market looking in multiple time frames? Let's look at that. If I look at this stock, let's say in the last 5 days, in 5 days I see the trend is down. So if I see something in 5 days, I'll see the price is moving down. If I look at it on a daily chart with daily candles, this is telling me about my market here. From January 2015 to January 2016, what trend we are into? Into a downtrend. You know? This is how this market has been moving. I'll keep it very simple. I'll not use the real fun part, where the masala is there, is when you open it down on the oscillators and indicators. That I open in the class. So, I'll give a very simple trend line here. So I see, this is the trend line of this market. It is in a downtrend. And by just looking at the trend line, और इस market का habit क्या है? Just by looking at this very simple channel, it has moved from upper part of the channel to the lower part of the channel. The lower part of the channel से कहाँ गया? Upper part of the channel. Tried to go down, tried to move up, made a double top here, a high probability candlestick patterns, is moving down, tried to make the bullish harami fail, and this is making a triple bottom. There's 80% chance it will break this level now, just based on past experience. So this is the first view I've got, that the market looks bearish. अभी इसको लेके अब मैं थोड़ा ऊपर जाता हूँ. let me see what is the bigger picture last few years. I go on a weekly chart. Now here every candle is 1 day. Let me make every candle a few weeks now. And I see this market had a bull run from 2013, July, August, almost still here. We're on top, it made an evening star. And this market, the volatility, let's see the volatility of this market. And I see the market was moving in uptrend on upper part of the Bollinger for some time. Then it started, this is where it peaked. And after that it is continually drifting down. It took just 1 week for 3 weeks of gains to be reached, which is showing the market pretty bearish. And if I draw a channel on this, this is when the trend line was broken. Trade what you see, not what you want. This is where I start my class always. मुझे क्या चाहिए वो important नहीं है, मार्केट क्या दिखा रहा है वो ट्रेड है। हम सबको लगता है कि हम बुद्धिमान हैं, पर हमारी बुद्धि मार्केट में ज्यादा काम की होती नहीं। What is market? Market is a collective intelligence of all of us. So, you need to learn how to flow with it. And just looking at this market here, I see a very prominent pattern called head and shoulders with a 90% accuracy. If you identify your head and shoulders properly, and just looking at this, about 6,800 looks like to be level for this market now. And this pattern has worked 9 times out of. So, and now get ready for your. अभी जो portfolio वाले उनको डर लगे मैं क्या करूँ? Then here also you have to know when to get in, when to get out. So this is what this market is all about. And if I draw various levels for this market, these are the levels that are drawn, and we see that this one is already romancing with this level and breaking it very, very comfortably, the 38. So it will slowly, glides towards the golden fib level. This is where, and these are the levels market normally moves to. Look at the monthly chart. Let's go back, look into the history. Let's look at this move. When it started falling down, it traveled all the way to the golden fib level. ये तो एक tool है, ऐसे तो 50 tool है. The first thing is to know the tool, and second is to apply the tool. So tool होना काफी नहीं, इसलिए सॉफ्टवेयर होने से कुछ हो नहीं जाता. The same bat you gave in the hand of Sachin Tendulkar, he'll make a century. You gave in the hand of somebody else, he will get out. So the magic doesn't lie with the bat, the magic lies with the Tendulkar. So Tendulkar को भी आप फुटबॉल दे दोगे तो सेंचुरी नहीं मार पाएगा. So you need to know which is the right tool and how to apply the right. I would have loved to go more guys, but I think it's already 9:45. So I hope I've been able to add value into your 3 hours, guys. I hope you have learned something here. And if you have liked it, please tell it to others. Come to the stock market on your own strength and learn it. Some of you have already bought it, and I'm available here for the next 10 minutes. If you have any questions, you can come in this corner, and I'll be more than happy to answer. You just don't ask me for any tips. I don't give any tips. But any other queries, you can come and ask me. To book your course, Dhamishta is available on the back side. She will help you. Thank you very much, guys, for coming to the Pathfinders training. And I wish all of you good night. All the best.